Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Fighting City of River Falls, Wisconsin. We're here on the campus of River Falls High School. Tonight's Big Rivers Conference matchup is between the Eau Claire North Huskies and your River Falls Wildcats. Well, alongside Jenna Peters, Kevin Westhouse, Cheyenne Wilson down on the floor. It used to be Sophie Jumping for Joy Langlois, and now it's Sophie the Hottie Oddie. And you know, if I was in Boston, I'd pronounce your name like Oddie, like me and Sophie.
Future in television.
Yeah. Kevin, we're getting audio here now? Yeah. Well, before we get rocking and rolling, I'll talk to Sophie, but it's something to do with this input on 4 here. Well, we'll get back to the pregame action if there was some audio problems there with the interview. We sincerely apologize, and we'll get that figured out. We'll maybe try to get Ava interviewed again by Cheyenne. But we'll get back to you got married recently. We let you have a couple of weeks off, but now you're back to work. And I'm having I don't know if it's. Okay. We got, I think, like everything turned up to the hilt except for my ear.
Seriously, though.
But we'll get it all fixed here. How's that right there? All right. 1, 2. There we go. That's a little better. All right. I think it's just loud as all get out in here. All right. How was the wedding, by the way?
It was magical. It was very small, very easy. We were surrounded by a ton of wonderful people. It was everything we could have imagined.
There we go. That's a lot better. Turn the natural sound down a little bit.
Actually be able to hear each other.
Yes, there we go. All right, we had some audio issues there, but I think we got it. So where did you guys get married in River Falls, or where did you get married?
Yep. We had our ceremony at St. Bridget's in River Falls, and then we drove up to Stillwater to the loft at Studio J, sort of just like an upper-level little small bar area for our reception. Yeah,
so if you're just joining us here on the River Falls Sports Broadcasting Network, last time Sophie was here doing the color commentating, she was Sophie Jumping for Joy Langlois. Now she's Sophie the Hottie Oddie. She married Nick Oddie. Where did you guys go for your honeymoon again?
Grenada, down in the South Caribbean.
Was that where back in the 80s they had like some type of wasn't there some type of a...
Yes, all war? Gen X men like to bring up this
invasion. I didn't even know anything about it other than I remember reading Grenada in the paper and the U.S. getting in trouble or something over it, or maybe not, I don't know.
No, U.S. actually came to their help. Yeah, there was an attempted coup, and the U.S. went in, helped save Americans that were on the island, and then also kind of provide some military to downplay the coup.
So were you in there? Now, are you like in the CIA or something, and you're not telling us?
I can't really disclose that on a live broadcast, Greg. I hope you understand.
Yeah, because why would you go to Grenada? But
so Nick and I had been researching different islands.
I don't even know where.
So picture like 80 miles north of Venezuela.
Oh, well, that's probably was really nice down there.
It was beautiful. But Nick and I were looking for islands that were quiet and calm. And this is a hotspot destination for senior citizens. So we said, sign us up.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? We're getting another mic hooked up here. I think we're going to be good to go. So we have senior night tonight. We're going to be honoring senior Brooklyn Bishop, senior Savannah Saxton, and senior Hannah Draki. Also, seniors at Lauren Ost.
Lauren Ost.
Ost, yeah.
Yep.
Lauren Ost. She is the team manager, and we will. Public address announcer Jake Wagner will be introducing the parents and the players here in just a few minutes, and then we'll be underway. But to talk a little bit let's talk some volleyball. How about that?
I love it. Sign me up.
Well, the Eau Claire North Huskies coming to tonight with a record of 20-13. They're 3-2 in the Big Rivers Conference. River Falls comes in at 17-11 and 4-1 in the Big Rivers Conference. They are bucking for a conference championship. So I think the way it works out, Sophie, if River Falls beats North tonight and they beat Menominee next week, so then they'll be 6-1. And then so if Chippewa Falls will play, if everybody wins out, as expected, but you never know what happens. But if Chippewa Falls, they'll host Eau Claire Memorial at home on the last regular season night of the year.
It's a hard environment to play in.
It is, and Chippewa Falls I think has their big gun. The Night Stalker Paige Steinman's back now.
Ooh, that's going to be a good game.
She had a little knee injury for about half the season, but Steinman's is back. And if Chippewa Falls can take down Eau Claire Memorial, which they absolutely can do that, River Falls would take home a share of the BRC Conference title, which is something we did not accomplish last year. So good things so far for right now for the Wildcats.
Yep. Nope, they got to take it one game at a time, manage what they can control, and hope that fate is on their side as it works out in the other games.
I have a couple questions for you. The first one is, so we had a ton of games, tournament games and just, matches. And so can you hear me okay? I'll turn it up to 10. Okay.
I can hear you on my end.
Well,
if it helps.
that was Ryan.
Oh, gotcha.
But they played, like, I think it was like 21 games in a span of 28 days or something like that. So not a lot of time to practice. Hold on. Not a lot of time to practice. But in the last couple weeks, we've only had like 2 to 3 matches, and we've had a lot of practice time.
Oh, yeah.
As a player and a coach, you were both under Coach Cayley. How did that benefit you?
The first half of the season is absolutely insane, especially with the sprawl. Oh, looks like we've got our seniors coming out.
Yeah, let's talk about our seniors. I had some slides ready to go for them, and they are not in the queue there. But our first senior right there is Savannah Saxton. Her mom is Angela, and her dad is Kevin.
I remember
Our next senior is number 7, Hannah Jaraki. Who is joined by her mother, Sarah, and her father, Jim Jaraki.
And there's Hannah Jaraki and her parents, Sarah and Jim Jaraki.
I love all the Hawaiian shirts that the parents are wearing with the seniors' faces in them.
Yeah,
so fun.
I wonder how they must have went and got those printed on their own. I mean, are they taped on, or is that
it's part of the
print?
shirt, part of the print.
That's outstanding. That's a keeper right there. Savannah Saxton and Hannah Jaraki have been so key on the serve line. They have been, Savannah leads the Wildcats in aces. Hannah's right on her heels. And there's middle blocker senior checkmate, Brooklyn Bishop. Her mother is Renee, and her dad is Ryan Bishop.
Brooklyn is a right side turn middle to fill in a much-needed gap the last couple of seasons.
Many of you may know that her dad, Ryan, is the head baseball coach here at River Falls. Her mom, Renee, is a elementary teacher at Rivercrest in Hudson. Brooklyn's younger sister, Bailey, plays volleyball. She's on the JV squad.
Yep.
We were setting this broadcast up, running around like chickens with our head cut off, and I didn't see how the JV did. How did they do?
It wasn't the greatest.
And there's Lauren Ost, and her mom's name is Sarah, and her dad's name is Brian. Lauren is the team manager for the Wildcats. And I talked to her over in Milwaukee for quite a while, actually, at the Milwaukee tournament. What a nice kid she is.
My gosh, one of the nicest people you can have the privilege of meeting.
And actually, I talked to her dad quite a bit, too. Dad's super nice guy, too. Brian. But there's last year we had, I think, a senior manager, and we had 5 seniors, just 3 seniors this year. But a great group, no question about that.
Well, and these 4 grew up playing together, too. Like, none of them have transferred in. They've all grown up playing with each other since they were in middle school. So what a special night for them.
Yeah. We got Braden Engstrom, our director, is rolling in, just got off of work. We tip our cap to the Godfather. Kevin Westhouse was up here buzzing around, cleaning up the area a little bit, tightening it up. Have you ever seen that guy's front yard?
No.
He lives kitty. He lives on Maple.
Okay.
And it is probably if they gave an award out for like a beautification award for the best looking yard in River Falls, he's got it.
He pulled a Pygmalion on his yard.
Oh, it is tight. It is tight. We're gonna listen to the national anthem, and we'll be right back.
Are we still good? Can anyone hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
They could hear you before.
Perfect.
Hold on.
Looks like we're going to get started with some lineups here. All the girls are getting situated.
They're going to do player introduction. So, Sophie, for the North Huskies, their leader in kills is senior Jaden Smith. She's a 5'7" senior. She leads them with 217 kills. One of the things about North that was very true with Rice Lake as well. Over half the team, I think, is on the basketball team.
Oh,
so
funny.
Jaden Smith, Hope Buschendorf, Ellie O'Keefe, Ava O'Keefe, Desiree Ford. So Desiree Ford leads the Huskies in blocks with 56. She's a junior. Hope Buschendorf is third in kills with 140. She's a 5'11 junior. I think that's Kendall Kine. She's a 5'7 junior at 143 kills. Ellie O'Keefe leads them in aces with 47. She's a 5'6 junior. Senior Jaden Smith, 40 aces. And junior Ava O'Keefe with 34 aces. The Husky setter is one of the O'Keefe twins, Ava O'Keefe, with 478 assists. And junior middle blocker Madison Pond is second on the squad with 49 blocks so far on the season. So that's your stat leaders for the North Huskies. Sophie.
I love it. They're a relatively undersized team. Tallest looks like she's maybe 5'11".
Yeah,
so
Hope. Yeah, she's a forward on their basketball team, pretty good player.
Gotcha. I'm expecting to see a lot of dynamic plays tonight.
Desiree
expecting
Ford,
a much more defensive-heavy team.
Yeah, Desiree Ford is one of the quicker girls you're going to see.
All right.
At least she was on the basketball court. But yeah, they come in with a record of 20-13 overall. If you're just joining us, 3-2 in the BRC. Wildcats at 17-11 played a very tough schedule, 4-1 in the Big River Sky. And here is your River Falls Wildcats on senior night. We'll pop up those. Director Braden Engstrom is popping up some senior slides, and we'll get those on here in just a bit.
I always love when they introduce the ball girls and how excited they get to be able to wave to the crowd.
Oh, yeah. Sarah Cayley, her daughter Ryan is shooting up like a weed, as is Brielle Dusick.
It looks like a couple of high schoolers standing amongst the ball girls.
Yeah.
Sixth grader from Meyer Middle School,
Aubrey Igo is assistant coach Allie Igo's daughter.
First grader from Rocky Branch, Dakota H.
Dakota from Rocky Branch, a first grader. She's got her Converse shoes on.
She's stylish. She knows what's up.
Ryan Cayley.
Now, you see, Ryan Cayley's got the Crocs in sport mode. She's not messing around tonight.
Oh, yeah. She's all business. Aubrey and Brielle and Ryan are the captains of that the ball girl squad. Oh, we got Ryan Lickey's going. He's going sans monopod. He's just going. It's just right in his hand, huh? Speaking of quickness, he's going to be quick as a cat tonight without that monopod. There's your Wildcat introduction video. It's quite a production here, isn't it, Sophie?
Yeah, Sam Silver knows how to throw together a great video. We're really fortunate to have him in the region able to cover these things.
Does Sam do photography as well?
I think he's dabbled in it. Sports videos are definitely his milieu.
Okay. Hey, K-Dog, where's the monopod? Are we just going, he's trying it without it? Oh, he just wants to not use it? Okay. He's going to be quick as a cat. All right. Well, I'll run it over to your house. Yep, we'll do. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the one, the only, the Godfather himself, Kevin Westhouse, was telling me what I need to bring over to his house, equipment-wise, after the game
to get ready. Mowing the lawn?
No, he already did that. That's for the football game tomorrow in Menominee. Well, ladies and gentlemen, tonight our Wildcat featured player of the game is none other than junior setter Ava Peters. She's going to be up here after the game to answer some tough questions. And
a third grader hailing from Greenwood Elementary, Ava
Okay, so what we're going to do, too, is we're going to get Cheyenne back up here after the first set. I'll text her. And we're going to have her interview Ava again.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Because we didn't get to hear any of it. We're also going to have Tarnation Wildcat Trivia, sponsored by Tarnation Tavern. It's a sweet question. It's related to conference titles. And then we're also going to hear from the Wildcat match of the game. Ava Varro, she's a third grader, I believe, at Greenwood, and Cheyenne Wilson will interview her again.
Yeah, so for those that weren't aware, there was a silent auction during the Dig Pink event that Ava gratefully won, and therefore is able to be kind of an honorary player of the game tonight. So she was able to be part of the coin toss, part of the warm-ups, and then she'll be able to sit on the bench with the rest of the girls tonight.
Yeah. All right, here are the starters for the Wildcats. Number 3, freshman, the Boom, Amelie Pankinen. There's number 6, senior, they call her the Slayer, Savannah Saxton. Number 7, senior J-Rock, Hannah Jaraki. There's number 10, she's a junior outside hitter, marvelous Maddie Range. And setter for the Wildcats, number 12, junior, she's our Wildcat featured player of the game tonight. Next week in Menominee, Sophie will be. And checkmate, number 13, Brooklyn Bishop is getting the start tonight for the Wildcats. And libero tonight for the Wildcats, and head coach Sarah Cayley, number 8, the Goose, Olivia Derry. And we're going to be underway in just a couple of moments. Let's see who we got starting here for the Huskies. Number 1, number 2, number 4, number 6, number 9, Kendall Kine, Ava O'Keefe, Hope Buschendorf, Desiree Ford, Jaden Smith, and I don't see a number 12, Madison Pond. Serving for the Husky to start off set number 1, looks like number 6. Is that number 1?
Looks 0. Like Kirsten Akers going to wait to come in here.
Yeah, Kirsten Akers is the libero.
I'm excited for this game to get started, just for our chaos to calm down up here.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, we had a couple of curveballs thrown at us, and
one of them hit me, I think.
Well, when you get when you get too many cooks in the kitchen, sometimes it ruffles the feathers. There's a set by Peters over to Maddie Range, a little
smart
dump
shot.
What's the technical term? I know it's not really an attack. Is it kind of a dump?
It's an attack, but it's a tip.
Yeah.
Yep.
The tip kill.
If Ava were to set it over with 2 hands, that would be more of a dump.
Got it. Goose Derry to serve for the Wildcats. A little out of system there for the Huskies. Big time kill. I think that was that number 1, Jaden Smith with the kill there, I think, for the Huskies.
Yep. Aim for that high, deep corner. That's going to be successful more times than not. Great serve.
Derry with the free ball. Desiree. Maddie Range with the kill. And they're going to get, I believe, the Huskies are going to be in the net. I think that was number 4, Hope Buschendorf.
Yep, she raised her hand, let her team know that was me. Ready to move on.
Now serving for the Wildcats, number 12, Ava Peters, the pilot. Plane's heading down the runway, and Peters serves it. Ace for Peters.
Looks like we got all the senior guys wearing the alternative jerseys that the team has.
Some of them look a little snug.
Yeah, they're going to be a little sweaty at the end of the night.
set by Ava O'Keefe.
Great pickup by Derry.
Peters to range.
Oh, nice. Another pickup.
Great block at the net, I think, by Hannah Jiraki, and the Wildcats get the point.
Well, and huge pickup, too, by Brooke Dusick. That's going to be a huge play in Sarah Cayley's book, being able to pick up on coverage and then convert it to a kill.
Peters with the serve. There's a set by Ava O'Keefe. And there you can see the athleticism by Desiree Ford. She hung up in the air just long enough to get the tip kill.
You could see the look on her face, too. She knew she got kind of lucky there with that one.
4-2 your score. Wildcats in the lead here, just underway in set number 1. Ford to serve. They're out of rotation?
Yep. Let's see if she calls.
Can you explain that?
Explain
that. Like, why did they get called for out of rotation right there?
Yeah, so you have all the 6 different zones on the court, and you've got front row, you've got back row. Basically, you cannot be overlapping other players in rotation. And it is a bit more complicated than that, but you do need to make sure before the ball's contacted that you're not overlapping specific people.
Peters a little dump. Nice defense, defended nicely by Kirsten Acker.
Big swing by number 4, Hope Buchendorf.
5-3 your score. Wildcats on top here in set number 1. In for the Huskies to serve number 14, Claire Gruna. Gruna is a junior. They have her listed as a setter and outside hitter. Derry with a nice pass. Peters the set. Amelie Pankinen with a big swing, and that kill is out of bounds on the Huskies. Point Wildcats.
Going back to the out-of-rotation call, I was telling our wonderful camera woman, Jenna, earlier, that this reffing squad in particular calls things super tight. So you're probably going to see a lot of calls like that, perhaps a lot of doubles being called as well. Probably
a good reffing crew to have right before the playoffs, and those are coming up. There's a big-time swing and kill by number 9. That's Kendall Kine. She's a junior outside hitter, and she heads to the bench, and in for her is number 11, Ellie O'Keefe, to serve for the Huskies. 6-4 your score. Wildcats on top.
Good up by Maddie.
To Peters, to Brooklyn Bishop, and Wildcats are going to get called with a 4 spot. Point Husky. Ellie O'Keefe to serve once again. Her twin Ava is on the court. She's the setter. Back row swing by Range. That one is deep. And the Huskies tie it up.
I don't think Maddie was quite expecting that one. That's definitely within her control to get that ball in. So I'm guessing that's going to be the few time we see that error. Good pickup.
That was a great serve by Ellie O'Keefe, and I'm guessing Coach Cayley's one more of those. There might be a timeout, you think?
Yeah, I'm going to be interested to see. This girl's got a wicked serve. Nice.
Peters back set over to Dusick. Nice play there by, I think that's, and block. So that was number 12, Madison Pond, with a great defensive play to save the point, and then a big block to earn the point. Huskies on top, 8-6.
Great court awareness on her part.
Range to Peters in system to Pankinen. Nice block, a nice tip at the net there by
nice set.
Pond again. Little free ball there, left-handed free ball by the Huskies. Peters to Pankinen again. That's a big time swing. That's why they call her the boom, Sophie.
You could see that 12 wasn't quite able to get over in time for that block, and Pankinen took advantage of the hole.
Mike Cayley just walked by. Gave me a little friendly pat.
I got a friendly pat, too.
Mike Cayley. The Slayer, Savannah Sexton, leading the Wildcats in aces in 2023. Peters goes up for the block. They're going to call a lift on that on the block.
They call a tight game. And it was on her dig after the joust.
Oh, got
ya. Yeah.
Number 0, Kirsten Acker, serving for the Wildcats. Peters with a little dump kill attempt. Set cross court over to Pankinen.
Great pickup.
Nice defense by Acker. And number 1, Kirsten Acker, gets the tip kill for the Husky. And they take a 10-7 lead.
It might have been Jaden Smith.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is Jaden Smith. Sorry, number 1.
But I don't blame you for saying Acker. She flew for that dig.
Yeah, Jaden Smith. Sorry about that. Peters, the set to Pankinen. Pankinen,
nice spot.
Right corner, back row kill for the Boom. What are the Huskies doing well right now, Sophie, that they have a 2-point lead over the
defense.
Wildcats?
Nothing's falling on their end. They are picking up all the weird balls, all the controlled balls, everything.
Desiree Ford got a little, they call those the J-hook. A little J-hook. Mm-hmm. Little play, nice play. Desiree Ford. A little bit of a slide. Little slide, yeah. 11-8 your score. Huskies on top. Sophie, it's like riding a bike for you. You've been off for 2 weeks. And personal time. We gave you the.
I took my PTO.
Yeah, PTO. Nice pass by Pankinen. Nice cross-court set by Peters. Range with the attempt.
Yeah. Buchendorf's in the net big time there.
Wildcats back within 2, 11-9 your score. Huskies still on top. And Gusteri serving for the Wildcat. Yeah, it's like riding a bike. I mean, you just stepped right in and effortless.
Can't afford to lose my job to Robert Fred. They did great.
I tell you, you know what? They keep the competition high, don't they?
Oh man, it's brutal out here.
Freddie Barr was Rob is a little more reserved. Fred Barr was getting jacked up on a couple of, I don't know if you
gave him a mic, so
yeah.
I don't know quite what else you expected.
Range with the attempt. Again, nice defense. Nice net play by number 2, Desiree Ford.
Eau Claire North seems very controlled and assured right now. River Falls seems a bit more scrambled.
Head coach for the Huskies is, it looks like, is it Aiden or Adane Struble? Oh, I'm sorry, Anna Fasler. That's the manager. Anna Fasler. Usually they put the head coach at the top of the pyramid pecking order, and the Huskies.
I don't recommend you call it the winner for Miss Universe anytime soon.
Well, yeah.
Might pull a Steve Harvey.
Yeah. They have the manager, Aiden Struble, for the Huskies at the top of the pecking order.
In a font about 2 times smaller.
It is less of a font. Ava Peters serving for the Wildcats. 13-11 your score. Huskies on top. Set there by O'Keefe. And a kill by number 9, Kendall Kine. And that rhymes, Sophie.
We enjoy a good rhyme.
Oh, yeah. Desiree Ford now serving for the Huskies. Pass by Pankinen, set by Peters. Swing by Dusick. Hope Buchendorf with a big swing and a big kill off the hands, I think, of Maddie Range.
Looked like it went off Maddie Range in particular. She had her shoulders angled out toward the court instead of pressed inward. All right. Desiree Ford's serve. Big block. That was Kendall Kine and Madison Pond. And Coach Kaylee's going to call her first timeout, so let's see if we can dive in. Well,
every defensive move
there we go.
Makes, okay, she's really getting after it, but then we get there, we don't think about how we're actually touching the ball, so we're not controlling it. This is totally within our control right now, okay? I feel like we've just kind of been like point for point, going back and forth. I don't feel any sense of urgency to compete. And then you wait and you dig yourself a little bit of a hole to where now you've got pressure on you to have to perform. You've got to come out more aggressive. So we turn this around right now and we start pushing points. And it's little things. It's being prepared to play the ball. It's being calm once you get there to play the ball. Let's go.
Okay, I was talking to Cheyenne Wilson there for a little bit, doing some little short production meeting. What'd Coach Kaylee what'd she have to say?
River Falls is just beating themselves up right now. North isn't doing anything so spectacular that River Falls can't control it, so they just got to play their own game.
Peters with the set, back set over to Range, and speak of the devil, the Wildcats took that kill in their own hands, and Range gets the kill and stops the streak that the Huskies started. Range goes back for the serve.
Coach Kaylee just gave Amelie Pankinen some props there for a great pass. Buchendorf, nice little
Peters
keeps it out.
Yeah. Set by O'Keefe. Over to number 9, Kine. Peters to Pankinen. Nice defense again. Nice pass by Acker. Big time swing by Hope Buschendorf off the Wildcats and out of bounds. Point Huskies. In for Eau Claire North, number 14, Claire Gruna.
Kirsten Acker's already playing a heck of a game. Her defense is just amazing.
Yeah, Wildcats have been getting some good swings, and they just not a lot of them are hitting the hardwood.
Yep.
Set there by O'Keefe. She dumps it. Nice
big
defense
pickup
by Derry.
Goose.
And Kendall Kine jumps up high and knocks it down.
Looks like we might have had a Wildcat player in the net there, too.
Eau Claire North, 18. River Falls, 12. Set number 1 if you're just joining us.
Hey!
Wildcats got a little lucky there.
Oh, she hit the ball into the antenna first.
Okay.
I thought it went off hands.
All right, that point goes toward the Huskies. Well, over at Rice Lake last Thursday, Sophie.
Looks like Sarah Kaylee's going to call a timeout. Just a heads up.
What's the thought process right now? You feel hectic? Ava? Who cares about last year? We aren't last year's team. Neither are they. No.
I just think we're being lazy and we have to turn it on.
It's mental, and 100% mental. And your mental impacts your physical, right? For you to set a ball and then stand right where you set it, where she has no angle to get there, I'm like, that's a mental mistake, right? For you to be at the net as a middle blocker and stand and watch that setter dump it right in front of you, like there's no intensity, there's no desire to compete. I can't control that. And you guys either turn it on or this set's over and we're rolling their momentum into set 2.
Well, Sophie, I don't know if somehow the chaos the broadcast booth had before the game somehow filtered its way onto the court.
I think we can take at least 10% of the blame, honestly. It was pretty hectic up here.
I'm going to take a lot of the blame. Ava the set. There's a big left-handed swing and a kill by Ava O'Keefe. And the Huskies are firing on all cylinders tonight here in set number 1.
It is still possible for River Falls to come back, but their main goal right now is just to get some momentum going into set 2 at this point.
Peters to set. Oh, there we go. That was the problem right there.
Big block by Hannah Jaraki.
Free ball by the Huskies. Oh, I tell you what, now we're rolling. Big swing by Pankin, and there's Kine at the net. That's out of bounds. That'll be point Wildcat. Boy, I tell you what, I got my mic back. Maybe the Wildcats will get their swag back. Can you hear me a little better?
I can hear you crystal clear.
All right. I'm ready to go now.
Put me in, coach.
Nice set. Ava O'Keefe's a heck of a player at the net.
Yep.
2 setters tonight, Ava O'Keefe and Ava Peters. There's Peters with the pass. Pankin has the swing. That's going to be out of bounds and deep. And the North Huskies are all over the Wildcats here in set number 1, 22-13. I did not see this coming.
No, and I'd be interested to see how many kills the Huskies have so far. They've definitely had some big swings, but a majority of their points are coming from River Falls errors.
And not to take anything away from the Huskies at all, they're 20-13 on the season. They've won a ton of ball games.
Oh, yeah, we came into this knowing it would be a battle.
There's an attack by number 1, Jaden Smith, and Wildcats hit it into the net. 23-13 your score. Huskies all over River Falls here on senior night here in Kitty City. Ellie O'Keefe to serve for North. And O'Keefe gets the ace.
I would not want to be on the serve-receive end of that serve.
Well, I tell you what, Sophie, famed MLB knuckleballer Tim Wayfield, who we have brought up on the broadcast, he passed away this past weekend.
Away.
So we're just going to have to start calling him a Wakefields now.
I think that's a good homage.
Pankinen hits one deep. There's the final for set number 1, 25-13. Huskies all over River Falls in set number 1, and Cheyenne Wilson's going to go over to and interview Ava Varro again. Okay. Well, I guess not. Well, hey, let's take a look. Braden, pop up. We're going to go over highlight the seniors once again. We'll go first one just to get a little bit better look at them. The Slayer, Savannah Saxton. There's her. How do you like that baby picture, Sophie?
Oh my gosh, that's adorable.
Looks like she was dressed up as a princess. So, and second senior is the checkmate, Brooklyn Bishop. Brooklyn got the start tonight at the middle blocker spot. There's her little baby picture on the left, and these are all their senior pictures. And the third one, our third senior on the playing court, Hannah Jaraki, J-Rock. There's her baby picture playing in some leaves, and her senior picture. And the other thing we're going to talk about too is the pass set attack fundraiser. It actually was. It's now over close to $3,300 raised from River Falls and Hudson. That was 2 weeks ago. They had the big game here when Fred was doing the color commentating. But thanks a lot, Cheyenne. But over $3,300 raised, and it's quite an event. All the money went to the Rhinos organization, and it's a cancer patient assistance fund that services families dealing with cancer in the Hudson, River Falls, Prescott, kind of that, Western, Pearson, St. Croix counties. So good job, ladies, there. Right now we're going to say thank you to our sponsors, First National Bank of River Falls.
Community banking is about giving back to the communities we serve. It's about focusing on needs and making decisions to better businesses and families in the area. It gives an opportunity for employees to live, work, and play local. We are your community bank.
All right, Jenna, looks like it's just you and I now.
Indeed, it sure is.
So, going into this second set, you've witnessed more of their games in the last month than I have. What do you think is going to be a big factor going into set 2?
I think I felt like the energy was a little flat coming out. I think they play so well off each other when they have really fun energy and celebrations on the floor. And
very true.
Like you said, this is all absolutely clean up kind of stuff that they can do. We really just beat ourselves in that first set, and so if we can clean up the errors, show some excitement on the court, and celebrate each other, I think things could turn around.
Yep. No, I couldn't agree more. Keeping a positive mental attitude throughout it, but also Eau Claire North is playing an incredible defensive game right now, and there is something to be said for when you're a hitter and you go up and take a big rip, and it's not a kill, and they are able to terminate off of it. That can take a toll after a while.
Absolutely.
So we'll see if we're able to find some holes in the Eau Claire North defense going into set 2 here. All right, senior Savannah Saxton back to serve for River Falls. Just below the tape, so that's going to be an Eau Claire North ball. We've got number 6, Ava O'Keefe, going back to serve, one of the O'Keefe twins. Reception by Goose Derry.
Nice
Peters out to Pankinen, picked up by Maddie Range. Goose Derry with a big one-handed dig. Saxon out to Pankinen. Keeps it in play, picked up by Aker. And big swing by number 1, Jaden Smith for Eau Claire North.
Yeah, that was nice.
Brooke Dusick is going to... Oh, never mind, not Brooke Dusick. Allie Larson is going to come into the game now for River Falls. Ava O'Keefe still back to serve. Picked up by Saxton. Larson out to Pankinen. Another big block. This time Jaden Smith and Desiree Ford.
Eau Claire North is playing really scrappy defense right now, not only with digging the ball up, but great
also
blocking.
at the net, too,
yeah,
for
absolutely.
sure. And that's an ace for Ava O'Keefe.
Well, I tell you what, Ava O'Keefe is...
Both those O'Keefe sisters can serve. Holy cow.
Deadly behind the service line. Huskies out to a 4-0 lead here, and set number 2. Now it's make that 5.
They're going to say that one didn't go over the net, so point North.
I was in line to try to get a water. I was a little parched, and there was a long line.
Water's very rare here.
I had to turn around and head back to the broadcast. Well, I tell you what, we cannot. I don't know what is going on tonight. We cannot. I mean, they got Tim Wakefield just rocking and rolling with knuckleballs.
Well, it's a heck of a serve, but at this point, it's completely a mental game. River Falls has got to own what they can do.
There you go, Addie.
Now in the game, setting for the Wildcats, number 4.
Well, and you weren't
That's
here.
the flicker.
You weren't here when I had discussed it with Jenna, but when you get that big swing like Nesbitt just had and it's picked up, not easy to come back from all the time.
Yeah. Here, let's dive in here.
It's hard to look at numbers this early in a set because there hasn't been that many points played. But we're not challenging the court offensively. We're not talking, okay? We're panicking. Block's not getting lined up. I mean, I could go across the board. It's not a front court, back court thing. It's 6 people not playing together. You'll get one person that gives a really good effort on something, and then the next person doesn't give effort. That doesn't work in team sports. You can do that when you're, I don't know, playing singles tennis, all right? You can't do that when there's 6 of you out there. You've got to be a cohesive unit, and there's nothing cohesive about what we're doing right now. I can't fix it for you. They can't fix it for you. You guys have to decide you're going to play volleyball.
And we have to go right now.
Yeah, River Falls is playing scared at the moment and much more timid than they should be. They've got to remember at the end of the day, they're playing the sport to have fun.
Absolutely.
So getting a bit more of the joy in the game is going to be really beneficial.
Yeah, Allie Larson, the flicker, in for River Falls at the setter's position, and Nuke Nesbitt, Addie Nesbitt, also in for the Wildcats. There's a kill by the boom. Amelie Pankinen gets the Wildcats on the board here in set number 2. 7-1 your score. Huskies on top. Huskies won the first set 25-13. Pankinen with the serve. That's the thing about volleyball, Sophie. The momentums are so powerful, and sometimes they're just tough to stop. There's a lot of jousting at the net, and Desiree Ford goes over the line with her foot, and the Wildcats will get the point. Pankinen to serve for River Falls. 7-2 your score. Nice block up at the net. Thanks, Jordan.
Good pickup by Pankinen. Out to range. That ball just dug. And another diving save for North.
Did you want it? Oh, yeah. I was getting 2 of them.
Nice, Maddie. That's
going to be a long game.
Huge swing by Maddie Range there. Big point for River Falls.
7-3 your score. I've got some water.
North is going to be blue and purple going home with how many bruises they're going to have from diving all over the court. Super impressive.
Oh.
That would have been pretty nifty if that had landed in.
Came up under the net, I think, actually. I think, if I was looking at it right.
This is the moment where we need our instant replay.
Boy, one thing, too, another huge kudos goes out to number 2, junior Desiree Ford. She has been all over the net.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Offensively and defensively.
No, I think that their block in particular has really contributed to a lot of the timid nature that River Falls has with their offense.
Another big-time serve by number 1, Jaden Smith. That serve goes into the net. And the Huskies with a 9-4 lead, and Goose Derry to serve for the Wildcats. They got to make a run right here, Sophie.
I like to see the River Falls bench still hyped up. They're getting up. They're cheering for any point that River Falls gets.
Set by O'Keefe. Buschendorf with a big swing.
Huge block by Hannah Jaraki and Maddie Range. Squared their shoulders, pressed into the court, came on top.
Energy's perking up a little bit here for the Wildcats, Sophie.
That's what they need, though, are those big momentum plays, like a big block, a big kill.
Set by Abe O'Keefe. Big swing by Desiree Ford off Hannah Jaraki's right hand. Out of bounds. It'll be point Huskies. On the court for the Wildcats, Larson, Jiraki, range. There's Jiraki right there. Once again, great defense by the Huskies. Pankinen with the pass, Larson to set. Range with a kill. Again, nice defense by Smith. And a little tip kill there by number 9, Kendall Kine. And the Huskies take an 11-5 lead here in set number 2. Well, Sophie, do you think it was a case that River Falls kind of came in thinking they didn't have to play and they were going to get the win?
I don't know if it was so much that as they came in thinking that this is not as high pressure of a game. It's not a rival. It's not
there's a back corner kill by senior Hannah Jiraki.
So not being expected to potentially have momentum go the other team's way definitely caught them off guard.
Now serving for the Huskies, the flicker, Allie Larson. Set by O'Keefe. Little tip kill there by Madison Pond. Range with the attack, hits the hardwood. Point Wildcats. They're making a comeback right here, right now.
River Falls already, just the feel of the court feels more self-assured. I can feel a confidence building in them. Big
block at the net by Dusick and Jiraki. Pass by Pankinen, set by Larson. Jiraki with a big kill in the back corner. Jiraki sends Ava O'Keefe and Jaden Smith diving to no avail. Wildcats back within 3, Sophie.
Props to Allie Larson, too. She stayed clean at the net and delivered a great ball for Jiraki.
Larson with the serve. Just out, just long, just a bit outside.
She at least challenged the court with that serve. She made them have to guess whether it was going to be in or out.
Going after that back corner now and serving for the Huskies, number 14, junior Claire Gruna. Well, I tell you what, how many aces do the Huskies have tonight?
I don't know. How many? They won by however many points they won by last time is what I would bet.
They won by 12 in the first set.
I'd take the over on that.
Up 5 here in set number 2, 13-8 your score. Pankinen to Derry out of service. Brooke Dusick with the swing, the attack. Number 9, Kendall Klein hits the left corner and a beauty. Kine having some kind of night here for the Huskies, Sophie.
Well, that's a ball that we normally expect Amelie Pankinen to be able to pick up, too. There's a little bit of a miscommunication between her and Allie Larson, just a new face on the court, but still trying to get out of the mental fog that they were in set 1.
Set by Larson. Tipped over by Dusick.
Great dig.
Larson to range. And you can count that one. Marvelous Maddie Range.
That one had some heat.
Well, I was at the Twins game yesterday.
Oh, very fun.
Johan Duran was thrown at 104, and when he came in to close the door in the 9th, Maddie Range has some Johan Duran smoke on that one. Nice little crafty move there by junior Madison Pond to get the little dump kill. Back in for the Huskies. Server extraordinaire, Ellie O'Keefe.
All right, River Falls just needs to get a good pass out of this and convert. Good pass.
Larson to Pankinen. That'll be out of bounds. Point Wildcats. 15-10.
Up ref took it like a champ. One of the more professional up refs in the BRC region.
I know we got Kate Brenham as a line judge here to our right. To our left, I don't know who that is.
Hannah Brubaker out on the left side.
Larson with the set. Pankinen with the swing. Way up high.
Big dig, and it stays clear of the ceiling, too.
Pankinen again. Nice tip at the net by Pond. They're going to call the Huskies with a lift. And Wildcats creeping back into this one, Sophie Oddie. Does that sound funny to you yet?
No, I've been practicing writing my name like that almost since Nick and I started dating. He's pretty neat.
Set by O'Keefe. And Madison Pond sends a zinger. Not really a swing and attack, just a push. Right where the Wildcats weren't. A diving Maddie Range couldn't quite come up with it. Well, after set number 2, we'll do a little Wildcat trivia sponsored by Tarnation Tavern, and Brooke Dusick gets a kill there for the Wildcats. They're back within 4.
Great swing there by Dusick. She had full extension, reached up high, and pulled all the way through it.
The Deuce. Now serving for the Wildcats, the Slayer, Savannah Saxton. Set by O'Keefe. Over to Smith.
Good pickup by Saxton.
Big swing by the Boom, Amelie Pankinen. Jaden Smith hits that one just a bit outside. It'll be point Wildcats.
Great call by Kate Brendam.
That attack by Smith almost hit some of the Wildcat senior guys in the tight-fitting shirts that they got on over there. Set by Larson. Pankinen with a big attack.
Aker is picking up everything. If I were hitting on the outside for River Falls right now, even if there is a big block up in front of me, I'm going to be thinking about pushing the ball deep line, trying to find a hole in the line, anywhere not cross court where Aker is just holding her
Don't hit
own.
it to number 0.
Dang right.
Well, the last number 0 that was outstanding for the North Huskies was Justin Wilson back in the day on the basketball court. Justin wore number 0 a la Robert Parrish. And Kirsten Acker taking that number and running with it right now for the Huskies tonight. Allie Larson strong at the net.
One of the O'Keefe sisters picks it up.
That one's going to be that attack by Hope Buschendorf. Long Wildcats down 2, getting back into this one.
You can tell they've got their mojo back. They're less frazzled. They still have a little bit of time to build here, but
Pankinen hits that one right into the net. 18-15 your score.
It's a hard time to miss your serve, just when your team's starting to get momentum back. Hopefully they can convert on this first ball.
Jaden Smith to serve for the Huskies. Pass by Pankinen, set by Larson. Swing by Range. Desiree Ford, nice job keeping it up. Free ball there by Aker. I think they're going to call in the hopefully Hope Buschendorf is okay. Looks like she will be.
Yep. Looks like she
maybe turned an ankle.
Kind of flew through the air a little bit on that block and landed funky. Yeah.
She's going to be all right.
Just got to walk it off a little bit, I think
that was out on Buschendorf, but I don't know if they called anybody in the net or not.
Well, it did look like Maddie Range may have gone under the net a little bit. I don't know if that was after the ball hit the ground or not. I was a bit focused on Buschendorf at that point.
I can possibly see them replaying this point because I think they both were looking at Buschendorf on the – okay. They said Buschendorf blocked it back over the net and it was out on Range. Am I reading that call correctly?
I think they might have just called Range under the net.
She did this.
Oh, she did say touch. All right, well, yeah. I'm thinking that you're right then, Greg.
19-15 your score. North Huskies on top here in set 2. They won set 1 25-13. Free ball by Range. Set by O'Keefe. Over to Klein. That one's not going to get over in 3. Point Wildcats.
River Falls really got lucky there. This is not a rotation that you want to send a free ball over to North.
Goose Derry to serve for the Wildcats. Little wiggle by Derry. Set by O'Keefe. Buschendorf knocks it over, but blocked there by Jiraki at the net. Jiraki going to go up for the kill. Nice big block at the net by Desiree Ford. And Ford has been all over the net for the Huskies tonight.
I like to see River Falls still taking big swings, though. Rather them do that than resort to getting flustered again.
Nice pass by Derry. Good set by Larson.
Blocked big pickup by Saxton.
Block at the net by Madison Pond. And point once again by the Huskies. And Coach Cayley calls a timeout. Let's dive in and see what's going on.
I'll be honest with you, because I always am, right? This is not a skill thing. We keep saying it. You scratched your way back into this. You totally changed your energy. You competed. Mental checkout, mental checkout, mental checkout, and now you're down. Right? You were in the set. It was 15-18. Broad jump under the net. Stop playing. Didn't listen to your bench. Right? We have a ball over there that's playable. We covered it, and then we don't get there. What is that? Like, I'm asking a question. I'm not, like, being sarcastic right now. What is that? It's lazy. Mentally, physically, you don't get to do that. Do you remember this conversation? We had it in early September. Now it's early October. 1 month later, same combo. You don't get to stop playing. When you do that, you have screwed the other 5 people on the court. You don't have the right. If you want to do that, sit down, because I guarantee somebody else wants to go in and play volleyball. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, Sophie, so this match far from over. Wildcats have definitely dug themselves into a hole. They're down 1-0 right now, and also down by 5 here in set number 2 with Desiree Ford serving for the Huskies. Set by Larson. Swing by Pankinen. That block is going to go out of bounds. It'll be point Wildcats. Well, if they're going to go on a run, it's got to be right here in set number 2. There's not enough time left if they don't.
That's for sure. Brooke Dusick back into the game for River Falls. And like Coach Cayley was saying, they've proven that they can come back at this point. It's just a matter of consistently staying on your game, not allowing yourself to check out of it.
Larson to serve. Good serve. And Wildcats are going to get the point into the net. 4 hits.
That's a strong, aggressive serve. Great to see that out of Larson.
Had a lot of drop there right at the end.
Oh, yeah.
The flicker hits one over the net. Nice serve again. Big time swing by Hope Buschendorf. Range goes back corner. Nice. Free ball, not going to make it over. Range with a crafty play, smart play at the net there by the junior captain.
I got to give a shout out still to Ava O'Keefe, though, how she kept that second ball up. I don't get how they're keeping so many of these balls up. It's incredible.
They came to play tonight. Nice serve there again by Larson. That's a huge swing by Kendall Klein, number 9. And that ball off the tip went halfway up the bleachers. That thing had some mustard on it, Sophie.
River Falls defense has got to be stopped on contact. They're standing up, they're swinging their arms, they're just kind of hoping that the ball will play itself off of them, but they need to be able to play the ball.
Pankinen to Larson to Jiraki. Again, nice defense by the Huskies yet again. That free ball won't make it over. Huskies up by 2, 22-20. That's your score here in set number 2.
Hannah Jiraki's taking some big swings today.
Dusick and Jiraki up at the net with the block. Wildcats free ball it over. Nice little left-handed swing there by Ava O'Keefe.
Big pickup by Maddie Range.
Great defense once again by the Huskies. Larson with the back set to Dusick. Cross court off the hands of Claire Gruna. And the Wildcats are back within 1. Range with the serve. Gruna the pass, set by O'Keefe, over to Klein. Free ball by Derry. Barely gets over, but
goodness.
Wildcats get a little lucky there. Klein kind of pushes it over. Set by Derry. Dusick with the free ball. Klein takes a whack at it. Pankinen hits it long and deep. And the Huskies are staked to a 2-point lead, 23-21 here in set number 2. Into serve. The ace up the sleeve for Coach Fassier tonight. Number 11, Ellie O'Keefe. She's had all kinds of aces tonight, Sophie.
Great pass by Maddie Range.
Pankinen brings the boom. Blocked there by blocked at the net, but out of bounds. Nice swing and kill by senior Jaden Smith. And we are at set point for the Huskies here in set number 2. 24-21 is your score.
Well, and if you're Eau Claire North, this is exactly who you want serving on the line for you right now.
Range with the
Great
pass. Good set by Larson. Big swing by Pankinen, and she gets the kill. Wildcats still hanging around.
And that's the shot that Pankinen's been aiming for all night. Those high hands, really trying to challenge the court. Finally was able to dial it in enough for that one. Jiraki to serve.
Set by O'Keefe. Over to Smith. Nice block at the net by Nuke Nesbitt and the deuce, Brooke Dusick. And Coach Fassier calls a timeout with the Wildcats down by 1 here in set number 2.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with the consistency of our serve receive right now. I feel like we've settled down, okay? We're not getting ace, we're not giving up quick points, we're giving Allie something that she can work with, right? Got the block lined up, we got the block closed, it was turned in, game changer. Those are quick, easy points for us, okay? Who's my server right now? Keep it away from the libero, I don't care where else you go. Short, deep, doesn't matter, just keep it away from her. Let's go.
All right, Sophie, we have senior Hannah Jiraki serving for the Wildcats.
Hannah Jiraki is a good controlled player. She knows when to get a nice, consistent ball in play, so I think this is a good person to have on the line for us right now.
Yep, senior Jiraki, her and Saxton, the top 2 servers on the team. Set by O'Keefe, cross court to Smith. Pankinen, little push attack. O'Keefe over to Smith. That one's hits the net, goes deep, and the Wildcats tied up. That's a huge point.
Let's play some
if you're a
overtime.
Wildcat fan. Jiraki to serve once again for the Wildcats.
Great serve.
Dusick. Nuke Nesbitt. Nice.
Great spot by Nesbitt there.
Crafty kill by the sophomore Addie Nuke Nesbitt. And Coach Anna Fassier calls another timeout. Let's dive in and see what Coach Kaylee has to say here.
System you have to set the middle draw would actually pay off at the most crucial point in a set. That was awesome. I like that we're creating some off-blocker movement, okay? So you've made a couple plays with your hands or whatever that's keeping us in it. I love that you asserted yourself. It was chaotic. You yelled mine so loud, everybody in the gym could hear you, right? And when it happened, it calmed everybody. Those are the things you can control that are so easy. Now we're gonna finish it, okay? Put me a ball in play. Let's win it at the net.
Well, Sophie, I have the glasses. I can see further away with them on, but if I look close, I have to take them off, and it's actually Anna Fassler. I was saying
catch.
I thought it was an I from with the glasses on here.
That's an honest mistake.
Fassier that
That's
rhymes
fair.
with Cavassier. Have you ever seen that Saturday Night Live commercial?
And an ace by Hannah Jiraki to close out set 2 for River Falls.
Senior Hannah Jiraki puts the Wildcats on her back in set number 2, and that is a huge set win for the Wildcats. They started out down 7-0.
I can genuinely say that I am shocked they pulled it out. By the time that it got to roughly, I don't know, what was it, 15-21 at one point maybe, River Falls had reverted right back to their set 1 mentality. They were nervous.
The momentum went back to the Huskies.
Completely. But the seniors stepped up big for River Falls. You could hear Coach Kaylee giving Savannah Saxton props in that timeout because she was calling out mine so loud everyone in the gym could hear her. And that calmed the rest of the team because they knew that she was communicating she's going to lead the team. And then Hannah Jiraki on the line, ice in her veins. Getting an ace on that final point, perfect. So props to the seniors for bringing them back into that game.
Yeah, senior Hannah Jiraki, back on the service line. You not only have to have some good ones, you can't hit any of the net, you can't hit them deep. You lose 1 point there, it's done. They went back from it was 24-22.
Yep.
Wildcats got the next 4 points to win the set, 26-24, and tie this matchup at 1 apiece. That's a huge momentum change for the Wildcats here in this match.
Well, now you've got that momentum going into set 3 too. River Falls is way more confident than they were in set 1. They know what they're capable of. They know whose role is what. This is going to be a much more interesting set, I think, than what we've seen so far.
Yeah, after the third set here, we'll do some Wildcat trivia sponsored by Tarnation Tavern. I said we were going to do it after this set, but we're going to wait one more set.
We got time now.
Yeah.
1-1. I'm interested to see from the Huskies how their defense shifts given River Falls' new confidence. They're going to be taking bigger swings and stuff, but North has been playing out of their minds with their defense tonight. And Jen and I were talking about it. It's not just in the backcourt. It's in the front court, too. They're getting touches on almost every block, and that's not including the blocks that they actually just stuff them outright.
Right.
So I'm interested.
Hope Buschendorf's been bringing the thunder for the Huskies from the outside, from the right side position.
Oh, yeah. She and Ford up at the net are a great duo together. Both powerful offensively and also big defensively.
And the Wildcats did play well. They obviously came back and won the set, but that's still set number one and I would say a large part of set number two were about as messy a set as they've really played almost all year.
Yeah, I mean, I've missed the last month, but unless you think they've played any crazier, that was definitely the most hectic that I've seen.
I thought they played probably their best match of the year against Rice Lake.
Oh, okay.
And Hudson, they played very well. Played very well against Hudson. They played very well against Rice Lake. And Rice Lake was Rice Lake's is a pretty decent team. They have the Shepley sisters, and they have freshman Addison Schmidt. She was a solid player.
I don't know what's in the water north of Highway 8, but they're always tall. They're always tall.
Addie Shepley, she's a 6'2" guard on the basketball court. She's the #1 sophomore guard in the state of Wisconsin.
That's pretty
cool.
For
basketball.
Rice Lake's had a few prestigious basketball players.
And then her older sister Ellie is a heck of an athlete too. Well, here we go. Number 11, Ellie O'Keefe to serve for the Huskies in set number 3. Pankinen with the swing. Free ball there by Klein in the back row. Derry to Larson. Over to Pankinen. Nice defense by Pankinen. That was a block by Desiree Ford there.
Yep.
Jaden Smith, big swing. Nice play at the net by the Wildcats. Back row swing by Range. Nice set there by Larson. Nice play by Allie Larson. Savannah Saxton with the that was Hannah Jiraki with the free ball. And Hope Buschendorf brings the thunder out on the Wildcats. Point Husky here in set number 3. It's all tied up, Sophie. 1 apiece here in the set department. Ava O'Keefe to serve. That hits the net. And Wildcats tied up.
Well, the River Falls players are smiling now. That alone is a difference.
Yeah. There's a swim and dive competition going on right behind us here in the pool, and there's a lot of traffic behind us. Buschendorf to set. Nice swing there by Jaden Smith. Set by O'Keefe to Desiree Ford in the middle. And Ford hits a bomb. Drops it right on the hardwood, and the Huskies take a 2-1 lead.
Great swing by Desiree Ford. Finding what's open on the court and pulling all the way through it.
Smith to serve. Little wiggle right off the top of the net. Free ball by Nesbitt. Set by O'Keefe. Little back set there.
Big pickup by Goose.
Set by O'Keefe over to Klein. Big swing. That one was going out of bounds, but Klein hit it over. Larson to Pankinen, and the boom gets a cross-court kill and ties up set number 3 at 2 apiece.
So Amelie Pankinen dropped her thumb a little bit more there because you could see the ball didn't go right across court to Aker. It kind of went a little bit more into that cut shot, and I'm hoping that she's going to continue to do that because I think she's going to be a lot more successful with that angle.
Savannah Saxton to serve for River Falls. Once again, the senior leads them in the ace department on the season. There's just a bullet by Buschendorf.
Even when she hits it out, you got to duck for cover.
Wildcats take a 3-2 lead. Saxton to serve again. Ryan Lickey with a nice close-up shot. Good job, Mr. Lickey. There's a set by Acker. Saxton to Larson. Cross court to Pankinen. Range to Larson to Pankinen, off the hands of Buschendorf, and the Wildcats get the kill. 4-2 your score here in set number 3.
Amelie Pankinen's playing very smart right now. She's looking at what's open on the court. She's looking around the blocker's hands, and she's taking advantage of it.
Saxton to serve once again for the Wildcats. It's got to get down, and it didn't.
Oh, just barely out.
Saxton served just about a half a foot long. And North gets the ball back. 4-3 your score. Wildcats in the lead. Desiree Ford to serve. She's a junior. A lot of juniors on this team.
This team's going to be lethal next year.
Pankinen with a big swing. That attack just about a foot deep as well. Set number 3 tied up at 4-piece.
If we think that North's play is crazy good right now, next year they're going to be a fun team to continue watching.
Well, we've talked about that a few times. There's a little tip roll shot by Pankinen. And Pankinen kind of went with the, what was that little thing, the church and the steeple, and there's the people, you know, that little one. She looks like she went up with there's the church, there's the steeple, open it up and see all the people. Do you remember that little trick in elementary school? Nice play by Goose Derry. Range with a roll shot. Buschendorf with a roll shot of her own, Husky style. A little jousting at the net.
Nesbitt picks it up. Big swing and huge dig by Aker. Saxton picks it up.
Larson at
wins
the net.
Joust.
Wildcats have woken up on defense, haven't they?
Nesbitt picks up another one.
That was a tremendously long point, and a point won by the Huskies, and a big block at the very end of it by number 12, Madison Pond, and she's had a few of those tonight.
She had a few in that set alone. She sent a few back that Nesbitt had to pick up and was able to terminate there at the end.
5-5 your score. Number 14, Claire Gruna to serve for Eau Claire North. And Wildcats knock her out of bounds. Huskies take a 6-5 lead. Set by Larson. Attack by Range. O'Keefe to Klein. That one's out of bounds. Just a little deep. And the score's all tied up at 6 apiece.
And it looks like we're trading serve error for serve error.
Back in now for the Huskies, number 11, Ellie O'Keefe. She's also a junior.
Another big serve by O'Keefe.
O'Keefe tries to sneak one through. Larson to set, back to Range. Block again, but I think they're going to call, they called the Wildcats in the net.
Yeah, they're saying that one didn't quite make it over.
No, I think they called in the net by at number 4, Allie Larson.
Oh, I see.
I thought the Huskies were in the net, but the up ref is a lot closer to the net than I am. 8-6 your score, make that 8-7.
A rare miss by O'Keefe.
Yeah, she's been hot as a pistol from the service line so far tonight.
As a coach, if you have a player that's getting 9 or 10 aces on a night, you're going to look the other way if they miss a ball or two. Absolutely.
The flicker to serve for River Falls, Allie Larson, the sophomore. And Hannah Jaraki wins that block at the net. Larson to serve again. He has a nice little sinker off the serve that kind of floats up there and then drops like a rock. O'Keefe to Pond. And whether you have a pool or a pond would be good for Coach Anna Fassler. You know what movie that's from?
No, I can't place that one.
That was Caddyshack.
Oh, darn it. Well, my dad's going to be disappointed in me.
Pool or pond? Pond would be good for you. Pond was good for Coach Fassler. There's a big block at the net, but out of bounds.
Yeah, Maddie Range was angled just outside the court with her hands there. Sent the ball right out.
10-8 your score, North on top. Huskies came all the way back in set number 2, down 7-zip, and they were down 21-15 and came back to win in overtime, 26-24 in set number 2. Jiraki with a little left-hand dump over. Jaden Smith off the hands of Brooke Dusick. Yep, that's Husky point.
Smart play by Hannah Jiraki, though. She was up at the net. She knew her team was going to probably be a little bit frazzled on that play, and she just sent it over.
Kirsten Acker to serve for the Huskies. Larson bump set over to Dusick. Little roll shot blocked
Great
by
coverage.
Desiree Ford. Big block by Ford again. Ford takes a swing, but into the net.
One of the big differences in River Falls' play between this set and the previous ones is that they're covering a lot of those blocks. Desiree Ford has been a blocking machine tonight, but River Falls is picking up a lot more of the balls that she's sending back.
Not necessarily on that pass right there, but the Huskies have been passing very, very well tonight.
Oh, yeah. No, they've been giving O'Keefe a lot of good balls to work with.
11-10 your score. Huskies still on top. Marvelous Maddie Range to serve for the Wildcats. O'Keefe to Smith. Big block at the net by Dusick and Jiraki.
Pankinen picks it up.
Larson back set to Dusick and blocked at the net again by Desiree Ford. Desiree Ford was among the BRC conference leaders in rebounds last year on the basketball court as a sophomore.
My gosh.
She was.
No, I believe you, and I'm very proud of her for it.
There's
Huge
a big
swing by Pankinen.
Yeah. But you know what? I mean, what athletic trait you got to have? Rebounding, you got to have anticipation. You also got to have a little bit of athletic ability to jump.
You got to be able to jump.
And you got to have some desire, because rebounding is also about effort and energy, and Desiree Ford has had a lot of that tonight.
Another ace for Hannah Jiraki. That one just drops on the backcourt.
Jiraki is strapping this team to her back tonight.
Oh, yeah. Her shoulders are going to be tired.
Set by O'Keefe. Outside swing there by Jaden Smith. Miscommunication by Range and Jiraki. And North will get the point, up 13-12 here in set number 3. And Smith will serve for Coach Anna Fossler and the Huskies.
Wow, great save by Larson. Oh, that's a shame.
Looked like a pinball machine on the other side for the Wildcats. It was Range, Larson, then Derry, but out of bounds. It'll be point Husky. And Jaden Smith to serve once again for North. Wildcats out of system. Free ball there by Ford. Range to
Nice
Larson.
pass.
Back set to Dusick with a roll shot. That's going to be a little deep and out of bounds. Point Huskies.
River Falls is getting in their own heads a little bit here. They're too worried about what everyone else on the court needs to do versus focusing on doing their own job first.
Huskies up 15-12. Pass by. Free ball there by Maddie Range. Huskies don't get it over in 3-point Wildcats. That was kind of a messy point. But if you're a Wildcat fan, you'll take a messy point.
We will take any points we can get at this point. Point.
That's a good point on your part, Sophie.
I'm trying so hard to think of more pointed puns.
Well, that block attempt there by Addie Nuke-Nesbitt was on point. And the Wildcats creep back within one, 15-14 your score.
Hannah Brewbreaker pointed that ball in.
Saxton to serve. Desiree Ford takes a swing and puts a bruise on the ball.
That's one of your biggest ways of hyping up your team as a middle is if you're given the golden opportunity of having an open net and you're able to capitalize on it, no better feeling.
The Huskies were fired up and barking on the sidelines. Ford to serve. Nice pass by Saxton.
Yep, that ball set just a bit tight, kind of hard for Pankinen to really get around it and outside the block.
And Buschendorf gets the block. 17-14 your score. Saxton with a nice pass. Larson with the set, and is that Addie Nesbitt's over there playing on the right side?
Yep. So in serve receive, she's starting behind the setter there. So instead of having her run in, they're just going to have her stay there for one.
I absolutely understand that we utilize our 2 pin hitters a lot, okay? But we can't not be prepared if you're one of the other people that are up there hitting. I asked Brooke that one time, where were you going? And she's like, I don't know. Well, she was already going to cover, assuming that ball was going to be outside, and then you set it back, right? You weren't expecting that ball either. So you've got to be a hitter first, coverage second, okay? And everybody needs to be prepared to hit. With the sets, if you can just give them 2 to 3 feet off the net so that we don't have that really tight net play. If you do get a tight set, like I told Amelie, go up and push as a blocker. Make sure you push last because that's how you're going to win that joust, okay? What's that? Right now I want you to hit the ball because we've shotted, so they're not prepared for anything hard, okay? You've got this. Challenge the court. Be aggressive. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, well, the Wildcats were kind of locked in a little tie there. The Huskies have went on I believe, either a 4 or a 5-point run. They're up 18-14. And they're going to take a little trip down the Mississippi. That swing by Pankinen long. Huskies up by 5, 19-14 your score. Free ball by Derry. O'Keefe. Oh, nice play. Nice free ball there by, I think that,
Goose Derry had sent that one over.
Kendall Klein. Range, nice pass to Larson. Larson over to Pankinen.
There we go.
Out of bounds, off the hands of Hope Buschendorf, and out of bounds point Wildcat. That was a big point for River Falls.
Well, and Coach Cayley wants to see Larson start to use more of her hitters outside of just her pin hitters. So in order to do that, River Falls is going to need to get a lot more passes right up to the net.
There's a set by O'Keefe. Big swing by Hope Buschendorf. Big block by Nesbitt. Crafty behind the head. Tip kill by number 4 junior Hope Buschendorf.
Yeah, Maddie Range's eyes are going to be watering with that one. I think she blocked that off her forehead a little bit.
She looks okay. Claire Gruna to serve for North. Bump set by.
Oh, just about.
A little deep in range. Tries to knock it over, can't quite get to it. 21-15 your score. That was the same score as it was in set number 2.
Let's see if they can recreate the magic.
Well, I think Coach Cayley had. Oh, she's got it on.
Total. Yeah. You totally controlled the energy through the second set. It's almost like you were relieved we got over the hump there. Took it to the third set, and we lost all of our momentum. It's not because they aren't playing well. They're service passing well. They're playing really scrappy defense, but we can't quit in rallies. We got to keep taking it to them because they're not going to give you 3 points. All right? You have to challenge the court. Handle your energy.
All right, 21-15 your score. We're here in set number 3. This match is all tied up at 1 set apiece. And Claire Gruna serving for the Huskies. Received by Pankinen, set by Larson. Attacked by Maddie Range into the net, or was that blocked?
I think it was into the net.
And the Huskies take a 22-15 lead. Free ball by Pankinen. O'Keefe to set in the middle there to number 12, Madison Pond. Big swing by Range, but blocked again by Pond.
Acker with a big flying dig.
Block at the net by Larson and Nesbitt. Larson set to Range.
Another pickup by Pankinen.
Another block at the net. Range hits a bomb. Marvelous Maddie Range brings the Wildcats back within 6. Not a whole lot Claire Gruna could do there. That was a huge swing by Marvelous Marvin.
Yeah, you could tell by Maddie's demeanor that ball was not going to come back up.
Goose Derry to serve for the Cats.
There's
an ace by the Goose, Olivia Derry. 22-17 your score. Nice dig there by Acker. Big swing by Kendall Klein, but I don't know if was that into the net?
That looked in the net to me, Greg.
Yeah, big swing by Smith to no avail. Wildcats creeping back in this one in set number 3. Derry with the serve. Set by O'Keefe. She tries to dump it over.
Saxton
almost
picks
gets
it
away.
up.
Yeah.
Nice, Hannah.
Maddie Rain. Nice dig by Jaden Smith. And Kendall Klein hits that one behind the line. And Coach Anna Fassler is going to take a timeout. And do you want to dive in, or do you want to listen to say thanks to First National Bank?
Let's say thanks to First National Bank.
Braden, we're going to say thank you to First National Bank of River Falls.
First National Bank of River Falls is a proud sponsor of River Falls High School. We've been sponsoring River Falls High School athletics for over 50 years. We're proud to support area students, student athletes, and educators within our schools. Together, we are building a better community, one child at a time.
Once again, thanks to President Jeff Johnson and all the fine folks down at First National Bank of River Falls in downtown River Falls and in Prescott and on campus at the University of Wisconsin, River Falls. Derry to serve. There's a set by O'Keefe. Wildcats a lot scrappier on defense here in the last 2 sets. That swing and attack by Madison Pond is wide, and the Wildcats, they're crawling and scratching their way back into this, Sophie.
They're definitely playing much more aggressive now.
Derry to serve. They're set by O'Keefe. Over to Klein. Klein hammers that one home off Pankinen. And the Huskies take a 23-20 lead. Number 9, Kendall Kine, is rocking on the left side.
It's our favorite server.
Now serving for Eau Claire North, Ellie O'Keefe. Derry fields the Wakefield.
Derry.
Set by O'Keefe. Cross court to Jaden Smith. Off a diving Goose Derry. And we are at set point here in set number 3 with the Mrs. Ace, Ellie O'Keefe, serving for the Huskies. Larson to Range. Oh my goodness, you have got to be kidding me. That was Pinball Wizard 101 right there for the Huskies.
Oh, interesting. Well, I guess the girls decided to celebrate, and the ref have decided otherwise, and so Eau Claire North has received a yellow card.
What does that mean? Is that like soccer?
So they're upset that the girls ran onto the court to celebrate, even though it was set point.
Why can't you do that?
Because that would be fun and joyful, Greg.
Well,
We're playing volleyball here.
Hey,
get real.
We're gonna do before we head into set number 4. We're gonna do Tarnation trivia. And ladies and gentlemen, hold on a second here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for Wildcat Trivia, brought to you by the fine folks down at Tarnation Tavern for cool music and Charlie Cat Hot Chicken. It's Tarnation Tavern at the corner of Maple and Main in downtown River Falls. You can text your answer to 715-307-2360, or you can post in the chat section. Jenna, can you look at the chat section? All right, here's your question. If you read the latest edition of the Pierce County Journal and the Horseplay to Heroes sports column, you'll know this answer. But if you don't, you can guess, because if you send in enough answers, you'll probably get it. All right, here's the question. The Wildcats have won 188 conference championships in all sports since 1934. But how many conference championships have they won since 2016? How many conference championships in all sports have the Wildcats won since 2016?
Is that including 2016?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, including and one of the reasons I'm asking that trivia question, and again, you can text that to 715-307-2360 or post in the chat section. So we're looking for a number. And our director, Braden Engstrom, he either pulled a hamstring or got a cramp, one of the two. He's working it out. And while he works that out, the Legion of Loyal listeners can text or post their answer in the chat section for a $10 gift card to Tarnation Tavern. And one of the reasons I'm asking this question, Sophie, is that right now, so I got that information out of the River Falls Wildcat Athletic Booster Club book that they gave out last year.
Yeah.
And so that's where I got that information from. But they the Wildcat Athletic Booster Club, they can go to rfhsboosters.org. They're doing their membership drive right now through the end of October, and that group has raised over $250,000 for all the sports for Wildcat Athletics since 2016.
Jeez.
So Gina Tremaine, we had a few texts in. It's not 35. It is a little lower than that.
You can throw them in the live chat. You don't be scared out there. You throw a guess right in there.
I'm getting texts, and they have not received the correct answer yet. Well, we're going to start with set number 4 when somebody pops in with the correct answer. We'll let everybody know. So the Huskies right now are leading 2-1. We're in set number 4. And the Huskies get the first point in set 4. They're up 1-0, and Ava O'Keefe is serving left-handed style for the Huskies. Free ball there by Derry. They called a double. Was that on?
They must have said that it hit her platform and then her chin. That's the only thing I can think of, because I don't see how else you could get a double there. Also interesting to call a double then.
Big swing by Pankinen. Nice defense there by Ellie O'Keefe.
Huge dig. Dusick goes up for the joust.
Pankinen, a little roll shot. Set by O'Keefe. Back to Smith. And Smith gets a kill in the back left corner. And the Huskies are staked to a 3-0 lead to start set number 4. $17 incorrect, 33 incorrect for the trivia questions. Pankinen with a big kill off the outstretched hand of Ava O'Keefe gets the Wildcats on the board here in set number 4. In for the Wildcats to serve the Slayer, Savannah Sexton. Good pass there by Acker. And the Huskies with another point.
Just a bit much on that self-coverage there. She tried to pop up the ball that landed in front of her and sent it a little bit too far.
Back in for the Huskies, number 9, Kendall Kine.
Man, that really rolls right off the tongue.
It does. Jaden Smith serves one into the net. Wildcats back within 2. I will say the Wildcat ball girls are firing on all cylinders tonight.
We've got the A-team tonight.
They do. Pankinen to serve. That hits the net. Falls down. Well, one of the things, too, Sophie, maybe, you get, take Amelie, for example, freshmen. Sometimes, we talk about consistency, and Larson to serve. Range with the swing off the hands of Buschendorf, and out of bounds point Wildcats. 5-3 your score. 20, 29, and 22. Those guesses for the trivia question are incorrect. If you're just joining us for a $10 gift card, how many conference championships in all sports have the Wildcats won since 2016? Jousting at the net, and that joust is won medieval style by Hope Buschendorf.
Well, and great pickup by Acker, too. She was covering her hitter well and dove all the way around her to pick up that ball. If you throw your trivia guess in the live chat, then I'm going to see it before Greg, and I'll get to announce it. So you guys go ahead. You guess in the live chat. Don't be scared.
Larson to range. Jeff Johnson, your guess of 23 was incorrect, too low. 19 is too low.
Hannah Brubaker saw a touch off that ball, so point North.
7-3 your score. Huskies in the lead. Gruna still serving for North. Set by Larson to range. Blocked by Pond. Pond is back at it. Gets up off the floor quick and gets the kill at the net. And the Huskies take an 8-3 lead. And Ava Peters comes back in for Allie Larson. Allie Larson did a heck of a job there getting the Wildcats back with some energy on the court when she was in there, Sophie.
Oh, yeah. For a player that's not usually on the court in situations like this, she held her own and ran a tight ship.
Saxton to Peters. Over to range.
Huge dig by Jaden Smith.
And Wildcats get a point there. That little tip-kill attempt hits the net from Ava O'Keefe, and Peters will go back on the service line. The serve back in for the Wildcats, number 2, the Deuce, Brooke Dusick.
14 and 23 and 28 all in the chat, incorrect.
Big block at the net by Dusick and Jiraki. Peters with the set to Dusick. Out of bounds off Kine. And the Wildcats get the point. Good swing there by Dusick.
Yeah, she transitioned back fast and she was ready to hit.
8-5 your score.
Zach Johnson,
Peters.
24 is not correct.
Kine with the kill attempt. And that one somehow finds the hardwood, and the Wildcats are back within 2.
I love free ball kills.
The pilot's plane was kind of sputtering. They had to land.
One motor out.
They had to service it.
And it crashed.
She had to Coach Kaylee had to service the pilot back in the hangar.
Oh, Angie Bowen.
Yeah, Angie Bowen. You are correct. You are the Wildcat Trivia winner, sponsored by Tarnation Tavern. I will text your to 715-307-2360, and I'll that way I'll have your contact information. I can get a hold of you and get your address and get you your $10 gift card to Tarnation Tavern. It was 31. 31 was how many conference championships the Wildcats have won since. That's a tip ball. That'll be out of bounds, and the Wildcats are back within 3.
31 is an incredible number since 2016.
Yeah, in 7 years. Range to serve. Set by O'Keefe. She tries to dump it over. It was a beauty.
So, I'm interested. One of my things with reffing is consistency. If you decide to call something great, but, consistently across the board. So, items like that can be a little earsome. Holy
that was
swing.
A great set by Peters and a big-time cross-court kill by the Boom. Amelie Pankinen. Pankinen woke up right there.
Oh, my gosh. She woke me up, too.
Senior Hannah Jiraki to serve. Jiraki's been lights out from the service line all night long. Set by Peters. Cross-court to Pankinen. Pankinen just a little long. That one off the top of her hand, I think. 12 to 8 your score. And Goose Derry back in for the Wildcats.
Question for you, Greg. Do you have the gift cards on you?
I do not.
All right.
Is she here at the game?
No, she would like it to go to Savannah.
Saxton?
Yes.
I can get her that.
Perfect. Pick up by Maddie Range. Peters goes back out to Pankinen.
Desiree Ford is all over the net tonight for the Huskies.
Pankinen keeps that one in.
Big swing by Buschendorf. And an even bigger block by Nuke Nesbitt, the sophomore middle blocker, blocking hard for the Wildcats here in set number 4, and that brings them within 3. Nuke Nesbitt all over the net, Sophie.
Oh, my gosh. Pressed her shoulders, got up. Huge, huge block for River Falls.
Savannah Saxton to serve for the Wildcats. Just a little deep. Wildcats have been serving some zingers. They've been going out by about 6 inches, and we've had a bunch of those.
Same offensively.
Yeah, with the attacks as well. Jaden Smith to serve for North. 13-19 your score here in set number 4. Wildcats down 2-1. Pankinen with a roll shot. Set by O'Keefe. Big swing by Pankinen, and once again another block at the net by Desiree Ford. Bump set by Peters to Addie Nesbitt. She sends that one wide off the side of her hand. 14-9 your score. Huskies and Coach Anna Fassler making a little run here in set number 4. Jaden Smith to serve for the Huskies, excuse me. Goose Derry diving, free ball by Saxton. Great hustle by the Wildcats. And Hope Buschendorf brings the lightning and the thunder for the Huskies. And they're up by 6, 15-9, and Coach Cayley's going to take a timeout with this match on the line right here in set number 4.
Well, guys, we're sitting at a 2-2-3. But right now we're only hitting a 118, and we've got 0 aces and 3 errors, okay? We take those 3 service errors off the board, it's 9-12. It feels like a very different game, right? And I'm not going to fault the effort because the effort is there. I mean, we're running balls down, we're jacking it over the net. I just don't feel like they're playing under control, which then makes us panic emotionally. When we panic emotionally, we check out mentally. See how it spirals? Like everything's connected. Who's my service lead passers right now? Okay? All I need is that ball up inside the 10-foot line. Got the 2 of you in the front row? What are you hitting? No? I want you to go B this time. I want you to make a lot of noise. I want you to set the 1, challenge the court. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, well, Sophie, if you're Coach Cayley in that one, it's that's the hard part about being a coach is do you scream and yell and get in their face? Do you calm down? I mean, what? And I think she's kind of been trying to do a little bit of both.
Yep. No, she's very good at being able to read the room and deciding which is appropriate.
Peters is set. Pankinen, little push over there in the center. Set by O'Keefe. Back set to Buschendorf. That's long. Point Wildcats.
Wildcats got a little bit lucky there. They didn't quite have their block set. North is running a super fast offense when their ball is in system. So Buschendorf's not going to hit that out every time.
Desiree Ford at the net. Boy, you're right. They do. It's a quick pass, quick set, and a trip hammer kill by junior Desiree Ford. 16-10 your score. And when they're running a quick offense, quick passes, it just does that mean too the blockers just have to get there? They have to get there quicker, and is that not happening?
Yep, correct.
Kine sends one over. She gets the kill. 17-10 your score. Huskies in the lead. Derry to Peters. And the little dump kill by the setter, Ava Peters, gets a point for the Wildcats. They're down 6. A little bit more time left on the scoreboard here. 17-11 as opposed to 21-15 in sets 2 and 3. O'Keefe set outside to Kine. That hits the pin and will be out. Should be point Wildcats, and it is. 17-12. Wildcats are scratching and clawing their way back. Derry to serve. Gets them out of system a little bit. Free ball going to be out of bounds and point Wildcats.
Acker's laughing that one off for North. She knows that was not her finest moment, but she's able to just kind of shake it off.
Well, we can let Acker slide a little bit. She's had a heck of a ball game. There's an ace by Goose Derry. And Coach Anna Fossler calls a timeout for the North Huskies as the Wildcats are coming back.
That was a little too close for comfort, okay? Get it up about 2 to 3 inches. Keep it in play. Who's my front row right now? You. Front row? Okay. If you get pulled over, middle or farther, you can go back because everything shifts, okay? What are you hitting? L. If you come out here and block, I want you to transition to hit a 9, which would then leave our hitters pin to pin, okay? Cover your hitter. Keep challenging the court. I just told Allie, I don't know why all of a sudden we were like soft shot, tip, roll, right? And they're not like aggressively placed soft shots. So it's not like we bang, 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 we get the defense back and then we mix one in. We are just totally soft shotting them to death and they're running it down. So you just got to get your feet there, go up and challenge, okay? Let's go. 1-2 catch.
Well, I'm sitting during the timeout. I'm kind of listening to Coach Kaylee, but multitasker Sophie the Hottie Oddie is over here doodling on her roster. I thought you drew that Husky for a second, and then I looked and went, oh, that was already. And I'm like, oh my God, you're an artist. Big block at the net by Hannah Jiraki. It'll be point Wildcats. Wildcats down just 2 after being down 17-10, I think.
River Falls is fired up right now. They're playing to win at this moment.
Derry to serve. Set by O'Keefe. Back set to Buschendorf. Derry diving. Can't fault the effort by Goose Derry, number 8.
No, and great run by her as well. Lots of strong, consistent, aggressive serves. And that's something we can always expect out of Goose Derry, too.
Gruno back into serve for the Huskies. 18-15 your score. We're here in set 4 if you're just joining us. Huskies up 2-1. They could close it out here with a win in this set. Wildcats trying to not make that happen. Range hits one. Her attack is wide, 19-15. Coming into tonight's action, North 20-13 on the season. Wildcats 17-11. Peters to Range. Jiraki's in the middle. Klein tips it. It's right on the line. You can count that one. Kendall Kine is fine right on the line, Sophie Adi.
I could hear the wheels turning in your head there.
Pass to Peters. Jiraki, big time off the chest of Gruna.
Nice dig by Goose Derry.
Peters to Range.
Picked up again
Set
by
Range. Peters. Range with the kill, and you can count that one. Marvelous. Maddie Range put a hurt on that ball and brings the Wildcats back within 4. It's crunch time here for the Pilot at the service line. Big block at the net by marvelous Maddie Range. And number 10 came to win tonight. Here in set number 4, it's been Range back-to-back. Wildcats back within 3. Peters at the service line. Set by O'Keefe in the middle. Nice, crafty tip kill by number 12, Madison Pond. And Pond has had one heck of a ball game for the Huskies tonight, Sophie.
Pond has had a lot of very smart plays. She hasn't had a lot of the big swings that we've seen from a lot of the other players on North, but she's been finding the open spots on the court tremendously well.
Now serving for the Huskies, number 11, Ellie O'Keefe. Derry to Peters, back set to Range, and Range gets a little back corner kill on the left side. Range is heated up like a microwave here in set number 4.
Little wiggle.
Range with the wiggle. That's a big-time swing and kill by senior number 1, Jaden Smith for the Huskies. 22-18 your score. Huskies on top. And Kirsten Acker to serve for the Huskies. She's been all over the back line. with digs and passes for North tonight.
She has had a fantastic game.
Desiree Smith, a little tip. Set by Peters. Swing by Pankinen. Out of bounds off Ford. It'll be point Wildcats, 22-19. And senior Hannah Jiraki back on the service line for the Wildcats. Coach Kaylee barking some orders. And there's an ace by Jiraki. A little miscommunication there in the back row by the Huskies.
What is that, her third ace tonight?
Jiraki's been leading the way behind the serve.
Play on senior night.
Yes, she did. Sends one to Gruna. Desiree Ford takes a wild swing at it, but it goes off of Nesbitt's hands, lands on the hardwood, and the Huskies are up 23-20.
Nesbitt did a great job of tracking that ball, too. She stayed with her hitter, just had a bit of an awkward touch on it with the block.
Ava O'Keefe to serve.
Nice up.
Peters to Pankinen, and Pankinen hits one high and wide and deep, and it's set and match point here for the Huskies, leading 24-20. O'Keefe to serve, left-handed, range to Peters, to Pankinen, and that one's going to be a boom.
Pankinen said, let me try that again.
She said, let me try it again, and the second time's the charm. Savannah Saxton to serve for the Wildcats, down 24-21. Their backs are definitely against the wall here, Sophie. Little floater. Back set. Jaden Smith tips it over. Saxton, Pankinen with a roll shot. Set by O'Keefe to Desiree Ford. That's going to be long and out of bounds. 24-22. The Cardiac kids in blue are serving. Savannah Saxton to serve for the Wildcats. They call her the Slayer. And she's been a slayer from the serve-receive line. Dive by Maddie Range. There's a free ball by Saxton. And O'Keefe tried for the little, tried to trick the Wildcats with a little set dump. Didn't work. Wildcats down by just one, 23-24. Let's dive in and see what Coach Kaylee has to say.
You and Ava, you're up. Okay. Keep going quick on this, okay? I want them to see you. I want them to feel you. I want them to be like, okay, there she is. If you get a tight pass, okay, I want you to go back, not forward. You got to go back. You've got the one on the outside. You've got to challenge the court, okay? Get your feet there, go up, hit a shot. I like our coverage right now. I like our pursuit of the ball. I like that you went to your standing serve just to get your rhythm back. That's awesome. We're thinking now. And we're thinking we play good volleyball. Come on.
All right, Sophie. The Wildcat ball girl over to our left, our far left, is over there practicing her sets and her defense.
Hey, the grind never stops, Greg.
Never stops. Savannah Saxton, the Slayer, to serve for the Wildcats. Wildcats
good serve.
1 point away from bringing this thing to overtime. Big block at the net. Peters a big block at the net on Buschendorf. Range to Peters. Cross court to Pankinen.
Huge swing by Pankinen.
The pilot, Ava Peters, is fired up, and so is the boom, Amelie Pankinen. After that point, Wildcats tie it up, and we're going to overtime. 24-24 your score here in set number 4. Overpass, blocked by Nesbitt. You can count that one. And Sophie, the hottie looks like Bob Euchre up here in the broadcast booth, ripping the pumps on. 25-24, the Slayer Savannah Saxton is serving, and for the first time tonight, the Wildcat student section woke up and is fired up. Desiree Ford off of Saxton, set by Peters, roll shot by Pankinen. Cross court to Smith, big block at the net by the pilot, Ava Peters, sends one down to the hardwood, and we're headed to set number 5.
Ava Peters squared up. She was running across the court. She was dishing balls out, but she knew that ball was going to go outside, so she made sure to get all the way out there, squared up with her hitter, turned in toward the court, and had a fantastic block. Huge props to Ava Peters there.
Well, I tell you what, the the last couple of home matches, we had a 5-set thriller against the Hudson Raiders here 2 weeks ago and another 5-set thriller tonight. The Wildcats have been down 21-15 to come back to win. They were down 17 they were down 20.
They were down 20-24 in sets 3 and 4, but set 4 they were both pulled out.
Yeah, correct. And both overtime, the 2 wins the Wildcats have tonight are both in overtime with scores of 26-24. So it's boy, this has been an entertaining match. It's been a kind of a weird match, Sophie.
It's been a very weird match. When the Cats are on, it's like you've never seen them play any different. They're just like, yeah, this is our team. This is how we play. We dominate. But the minute that they start to give momentum to the other team, they just shut down. And it's a very back-and-forth game.
That's what's been Coach Cayley's talked about that kind of for the first month of the season. It was about being consistent. You'd see these stretches. So there's extremely good players. I mean, they're a talented group. They are young, but Coach Cayley talked about being consistent. And there's stretches where they look like, one of a top 10 team in the state, and then there's times when they definitely don't.
No, for sure.
But it's but they've done enough here to fight, scratch, and claw their way back to a set 5. And I tell you what, if you're Eau Claire North, I mean, you have to be wondering what in the heck's going on right now.
Well, and I don't blame them either. They got to be somewhat surprised by how River Falls is able to come back, because 1 minute they'll just be dominating them, and then the next minute the same tricks that they were just doing aren't working.
Talk about the elephant in the room real quick, because I mean, you have your starting setter that's been playing all year, and gets pulled in set number 2 and doesn't come back until set number 4, and that's got to be a momentum just for a team, to have go have your core. And Allie Larson did a heck of a job. I mean, she did a heck of a job in there. But you take your starting setter out, and you what does that do to a team's momentum and confidence at that point?
Right. Well, I mean, your setter is your quarterback. So picture the Jets, for example.
There's no doubt about that.
Your brand new quarterback goes down within the first 4 minutes.
Right.
It's going to be jarring for a little bit, but at the end of the day, it is still the same team that you've been practicing with.
Right.
So know that.
And Allie Larson is no Zach Wilson either. She's a good setter like that. So there's not like it's some big drop off or anything. But
what do you have against Zach Wilson?
Well, he's just not playing well.
Well,
I mean, I don't have anything against him.
That's fair.
I'm just calling it like I see it. But the Pilot comes back in set number 4. The Wildcats rally for a 26-24, but also in that set, too, Maddie Range woke up. Amelie Pankinen woke up.
Yes, and that was a big key.
And the 2 constants, and here's the line of the night. Here's the quote of the night. the two constants in all the sets are the 2 seniors, Hannah Jiraki and Savannah Saxton.
Undoubtedly.
Huskies get the point right out of the gate, lead 1-0. Been a lot of pinball action points here tonight, Sophie.
Especially on North Side. They are just sticking arms out and keeping balls up.
Nice save there by Peters. Free ball by Jiraki. Set by O'Keefe. Back set over to Buschendorf. Peters to Pankinen. And there's a kill by the boom. Amelie Pankinen ties the score back up.
Pankinen was a little bit early on that. She kind of had to take the ball from outside her body and put it into the court, but still managed to get a good swing.
Now serving for the Wildcats, senior Hannah Jiraki. Jiraki floats one to the back right corner. Buschendorf hits the pin with the left hand. That'll be point River Falls. Kind of a tough set there for Buschendorf.
Yep, she just had to try to get that one in, but not an easy feat by any means.
Jiraki to serve once again. 7 has been heaven for Coach Cayley here from the service line. Jiraki with the set. Free ball there by Pankinen.
Great free ball.
Overpass. And there's a big kill by Amelie Pankinen off the net on the wood.
Well,
3-1 Wildcats.
I don't think that's how Sarah Cayley would prefer to draft up a play, but the girls are definitely happy that it went their way.
Yeah. Jiraki to serve once again. Ford over to Buschendorf with a roll shot, and she gets the campfire kill and brings the Huskies back within 1.
Great serves again by Jiraki.
Well, if you're just joining us here on the River Falls Sports Broadcasting YouTube channel, you have missed a dandy. We're here in set number 5. The Huskies won set 1. They blew the Wildcats out of the water. Wildcats came back and won in overtime in set 2, lost set 3, and won in a thriller set 4, 26-24. And we're here now in set 5. Great defense again by North. And Pankinen with a smart play. Nice communication there by Goose Derry to tell her to let it go. I heard Goose yelling, and Pankinen listened, and Wildcats get the point.
I just don't know why she had to play limbo with the ball. That was a little spooky.
Brooke Dusick going to take a seat and in for her senior Savannah Saxton to serve for the Wildcats. Saxton's serve is a beauty. Jaden Smith, all she could do was get a thumb on it, and it went right off the net. Wildcats up 5-2, and Coach Fassler calls a timeout.
Love the serving right now. Okay, we're challenging them. They're not passing the ball nearly as well. They're starting to tighten up, right? They're feeling the pressure we were feeling in sets 2 and 4. Okay, who do I have in the front row? Okay, what are you hitting? L, I like it. 1. We've got back. If you get pushed over, if you're in your normal spot, don't dump it, okay? I like the way we're communicating in the backcourt. I told Hannah that one time she was kind of waiting to see if you were calling or not. If you're going to step in and take a second ball, you just have to establish yourself. The more communication, the better, okay? I like it. Keep it up. We got nothing to do.
Let's go! Watch yourself!
We've got it.
Well, Cats are fired up.
Yeah, the student section has been a little quieter than usual this year. But you know who never has an off night is public address announcer Jake Wagner. That guy's been a heck of a free agent signing for big swing by Pankinen, big block by Ford. Little roll shot there by Klein. Maddie Rain with a free ball roll shot of her own. Set by O'Keefe. Buschendorf, big swing, and she gets the kill. Good timeout by Coach Anna Fossler. Huskies stop the Wildcat run. 5-3 your score. Wildcats on top. I haven't had the luxury of saying that a whole lot tonight. They're going to call a double on Derry. Yeah,
it's interesting when she chooses to call it. I will say that. Besides
this 5th set, Sophie, the Wildcats have literally been ahead 2 points the whole game.
Yeah,
the whole match. I mean,
funny.
That hit off the net and out of bounds. The score's all tied up at 5 apiece, and we are far, far, far from done. Miss Adi. Peters to set.
Huge
big swing
block by Buschendorf.
Buschendorf and Pond across the net get the point for the Huskies. They take a 6-5 lead, and Desiree Ford to serve once again for North.
They made a wall right there.
That's called a block party. Peters with a back set, or back dump, I mean. Klein hits one, that's deep.
Well, and that was a great idea by Peters, too. She knows that Acker is out and that they're having their middle and their back row playing defense for that one. So while she was able to pick it up, it was a good idea.
Pankinen to serve for River Falls. Hit it right to Acker. Set by O'Keefe. Back set to Buschendorf. Big block at the net by Addie Nuke Nesbitt and marvelous Maddie Range.
A little bit of revenge there.
Oh, yeah. Anything you can do, I can do better?
I think I could do 2, I think.
That was a great serve by Pankinen. Free ball there by Buschendorf. Range to pass. Peters to set. Back to Range. She knocks it over just out of bounds.
I heard it from somewhere, and it might have just been a ghost, but Peters has got to start utilizing a few more of her hitters. If she's going to get good passes consistently like that, she's got to find ways to set the ball other than the outside.
Well, that we have a in the business they call it a natural sound mic over there on the scores table, and I think that might be picking up Coach Kaylee's instructions from the sidelines.
Oh, funny.
8-7 your score. Huskies in the lead. Gruna to serve. Peters to set. Over to Maddie Range. And Maddie Range, marvelous. Maddie Range hits the hardwood, gets the kill, and ties up the game for the Wildcats.
Fine, Ava. You can set your pin hitters.
8-8 your score. Number 8, Goose Derry to serve for the Cats. Set by O'Keefe. She tries to dump it over. Peters with a bump set over to Range. Nice play at the net by Pond, and an even better play by Kendall Kine.
That was a very smart play, sending it to that deep corner so low.
Kendall Kine's had all kinds of smart plays tonight.
She has, similar to Pond, not necessarily getting a ton of huge kills, but is finding good open spots on the court.
But she gets up, her jump is, so she has a quick jump, and she gets up to the spot where she needs to get over the net, and she gets up in a quick way. Peters tries a little back dump, and a left-handed trip hammer by Ava O'Keefe gets the point for the Huskies.
North is fired up right now.
And Coach Cayley takes the timeout. 10-8 your score. And we're going to say, let's say thanks to one more time to our sponsor, First National Bank of River Falls.
Community banking is about giving back to the communities we serve. It's about focusing on needs and making decisions to better businesses and families in the area. It gives an opportunity for employees to live, work, and play local. We are your community bank.
All right, and we're back. Well, Sophie, what do you think Coach Anna Fossler's telling her team right now? What do you think she just told them, if you could take a stab at it?
Keep playing their game. They're playing controlled, and they're playing with confidence. They don't need to do anything fancy from here. They don't need to change anything. They just got to continue and be consistent.
If you're the Wildcats, what do you do to have to pull set 5 out?
Play more controlled, for sure.
Peters to a controlled Maddie Range, and Range gets the kill as instructed by our color commentator, Sophie the Hottie Addy.
God, that's a good nickname.
Why would you not like being called the Hottie?
No, right? My mom said she's going to get us shirts.
Oh, why wouldn't you?
For the family.
Peters to serve. 10-9 your score. Huskies on top. Jaden Smith with a big swing comes flying through the air, gets the kill, and puts the Huskies up 11-9. They got some good girls on North. I mean, they got some definite jumping ability.
Oh my gosh, for an undersized team, they are jumping through the roof, especially with their blocking.
Pankinen to Peters in the middle to Jiraki. Nice defense there by Acker. Jaden Smith with the swing
block
by the Deuce. Brooke Dusick gets the block for the Wildcats. I think she may have been assisted a little bit by Hannah Jiraki.
Well, and even if Jiraki didn't touch it, she did a great job of closing and forcing Jaden Smith to have to hit into Brooke Dusick's arms.
Right. It's a team game, no question about that. Big swing just on the line by Desiree Ford. Boy, you're not kidding, Sophie. They run a quick offense, don't they?
Well, and O'Keefe had done herself a favor when she took that second ball on 2, because she sold Pankinen when she jumped right there, and then by the time that Desiree Smith went up to hit it, Pankinen was already flat-footed again.
Left-handed serve there by Ava O'Keefe. Back set to Jiraki. And Jiraki gets the kill off the hands of Jaden Smith on the block. This game back and forth in set number 5. Huskies in the lead right now, 12-11. And Hannah Jiraki to serve for the Wildcats. Set by O'Keefe. Little roll shot by Buschendorf. Peters sets. Pankinen with the kill. Blocked. Can't come up with it. Point Wildcats. Who wants it more at the net? Who wants it more?
That's the issue. They both want it too much. Oh, my goodness gracious.
2 sets apiece, 12 points apiece. We're here in set number 5. Hannah Jiraki serving. O'Keefe to set in the middle to Desiree Ford. And Desiree Ford
lays down the hammer with that swing.
I mean, like a laser. Desiree Ford gets the kill for the Huskies. They're up 13-12. And Jaden Smith, the senior, to serve for the Huskies. And Coach Cayley calls a timeout. Let's dive in and listen to see what the boss has to say.
Hey, Steve, I want you two to stay 1, okay? In transition, they're going to go 3. I want middles going B, 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 up fast and early. I want them to see one and then another, okay? You still could get set to 9, so don't come charging in on coverage. You've got to be prepared to, okay? Deep breath and serve receive. Get that ball to Ava. Side it out.
We got it.
All right, on the court for the Wildcats, Brooke Dusick, Addie Nesbitt, Ava Peters, Amelie Pankinen, Maddie Range, and the Goose, Olivia Derry.
You know, Greg, I've been calling that one line judge, Hannah Brubaker, all night. I don't think that's Hannah Brubaker.
Okay. She's been doing a good job tonight, whatever her name is. Range to Peters, over to Pankinen. Tipped there by Ford and Buschendorf at the net. Kine tries the campfire kill, doesn't quite get it. Why'd the horn go off?
I don't know. Okay. Well,
the horn went off for some reason, but we're not playing basketball.
And they're not going to replay it.
14-12 your score. For some reason the horn went off. Peters to set. Pankinen with a big kill. And the Wildcats get the point as Pankinen brings the boom. 14-13 your score, and Savannah Saxton, the service slayer, comes in for the Wildcats.
River Falls is looking for a smooth, consistent serve, and then hopefully a big block.
Set by O'Keefe, quick set in the middle, and Desiree Ford has been like a trip hammer in the middle. Oh my God, that's right. Holy smokes. I was so into the game, I completely forgot about it. Yeah, there's your set and your match.
Heck of a game by both teams. Great defensive effort by North. I'm completely impressed by them, and by River Falls, way to pick it up. After that first set, I did not see it getting to this point.
I tell you what, I've watched a lot of volleyball in my day over the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years. I absolutely know that the fifth set goes at 15. I completely forgot about it. I was having such a good time watching this game to this match tonight, and 15 got it's quick, and I tell you what, you absolutely got to tip your cap to the North Huskies. They came to play. They came out in set 1 and they ripped it up and won 25-13 right out of the gate. That set the tone the rest of the night.
Oh, for sure. No, and honestly, only fitting that Desiree Ford got that last kill. She has had an outstanding evening defensively with her blocking, and obviously offensively just ripping the ball.
I mean, that last kill, she went after that thing like it. There was no. I'm not trying to play to not lose the game. I'm playing to win. And
no, she was done. She was like, I want to get on the bus. I want to go home. I'm going to finish this game.
Absolutely. Well, there's your final score. Eau Claire North wins in the fifth set, 15-13. A heck of a match. And one other thing too, I wanted. We're gonna go. Let's do a. We're gonna come over here. Give your. I tell you what, Ava, you go grab Jenna's headset, and I'm gonna sit here. You stand over here, Ava. Stand over here by Sophie. You stand over here by Ava.
Join us, Ava.
And you can look toward that way. Go stand over here. Let me get this out of the way.
We'll sandwich you. Oh, I like the braid.
Thank you.
Yes.
Well, Ava, I had some. So a little bit about the game. I mean, I know this is a tough question and stuff, but it is what it is. But so what's kind of going through your head? Coach Cayley took you out of the game in the second set. Mm-hmm. But what do you have to do when you're on the bench at that point?
I think for me personally, what kind of went through my head was I remember Eau Claire North last year. It was like our best game all season. We beat them in under an hour. And I remember I played that game, and I thought that was like the best game I played all year. So I was really excited going in tonight. And I think I was so excited that I thought I didn't even have to really try. But then, I kind of saw Allie coming in, and Sarah kind of talked to me saying that I needed to focus and I needed to re-lock in, which she was 100% right. But, I was excited for Allie because I knew that I trusted her to handle this game, and she did a really good job. And I think at that point when there's not much you can do on the court, you have to be supportive of your teammates on the sideline. And I thought Allie did a really great job tonight. I enjoyed watching her play, and I think she got a lot better from this game. So, even though we lost, I think it was a really good experience for Allie, and I was really happy to watch her play.
You know, you and Maddie's a captain. You're a captain. And when captain has to go sit down on the bench, like what do you tell your teammates on? Because you could kind of see a little bit. There's a little bit of energy that leaves, but it got brought back. And then when you came back in, the energy definitely came back too. It stepped up another notch. Mm-hmm. And so that's a compliment, to not just you but your team as well. Talk about that for a little bit.
I think that. I guess I don't really know. I think when I did have the chance, if Sarah called a timeout or other team called a timeout, and just when we were all kind of together, I think the only thing that really I could do at that point was kind of talk to them alone right there, kind of what they need to do. And I know that, Maddie was doing it out on the court, so I trusted her there. And I think that to keep that energy up, you just have to be as loud as you can on the sideline, and you have to be helpful, and you can't just kind of be like sitting around and being lazy on the bench, because what people don't really understand is when, if you're not getting a ton of playing time, being on the bench is still really important, because there are things that you can do on the, there's things that you see off the court that not everybody on the court sees. So right. I think it's really important that the bench is even engaged, and that was kind of my goal, to still be engaged in the game and to still show my teammates that that they had my attention.
Yeah. Sophie asked Ava a question about kind of the technical stuff about the game. I thought Eau Claire North, their offense played so quick. Mm-hmm. It was a quick offense. Fire up. You have a question for Ava about the game?
One, I've got a comment. I have such an admiration for you. You seriously are such an incredible, not just player, but also teammate.
Thank you.
Like, the sheer joy that you play with is so contagious. I'm up here punching air half the time. I'm so fired up. You really are a joy to watch. But in terms of the technical aspect, you are very good at being able to read the other team's defense and knowing when it's appropriate to try to dump the ball. Mm-hmm. So what are some of the things that you're doing in order to read that defense effectively?
I feel like it's just kind of like a conversation I had with Sarah. Like, I feel like one of the big factors that was for me when I moved into setter is that I was tall and that I could dump. Mm-hmm. And Sarah just kind of talks to me herself as when it's the right time to dump, and how I really know. And I just kind of have to take a good look before I really do it. And I'm in our game against Hudson. It was a serve by Jana, and I play with Jana in club, and mm-hmm. Jana's helpful for their team. She's hitting, she's blocking, she's that, and defense isn't just something that she's it's not her strength.
That's not her specialty.
Right.
Yep.
And so when I saw that Jana was back there and left back, I thought this is a perfect time to dump.
Yep.
So I think you just kind of have to be aware who's where and what's going on the other side of the court while being able to maintain your side of the court.
Yep. Love it.
Ava, tonight's senior night, how special are Savannah, Hannah, and Brooklyn to you?
I love the seniors so much. I have so much respect for Hannah because, she stepped up into a role of playing middle this year, and I kind of had a feeling that she would be one of our middles just because she was our middle in summer league, and she did a really good job at that with pretty much no practice at all. And she's worked her butt off in blocking and in learning new sets and being able to adjust to the sets. She's done a very good job at middle in just these few months of practice. Sav is always full effort all the time. Sav will not let a ball drop without effort towards it, and I trust Sav in defense all the time. I know that she can get me a good ball, and not to mention serving. Sav went on a huge serving run that got us back in that fourth set and to take us to the fifth, which, Sav is just a really all-around good player, and she's so consistent. And I really love that about Sav. And then Brooklyn is just so positive to the point where I could never even be sad around Brooklyn.
She won't let it happen.
No, and I've known Brooklyn for a really long time off the court, and I just love hanging out with Brooklyn. I love her in volleyball and out off the volleyball court. She's so fun to hang out with, and Brooklyn has also gotten a lot better. She played club last year, but she was out for 3 months. She was really sick, and I think Brooklyn and she's had some intestine problems this weekend, and she's been missing a lot of her senior season, which I know it sucks, but Brooklyn puts up a really good attitude all the time, and whenever she comes into our gym when she can, she makes the most of it, and I really respect Brooklyn for that.
Just two more questions for you. What I know, like we said before, you and Maddie Ranger, the both junior captains on the team. What's the toughest part about being a captain?
For me, I would say just kind of holding people together and letting them know that it's okay to mess up. I feel like tonight, we went into this game like confident, almost too confident, and we thought that this was going to be an easy win. And I feel like what I can tell and what I can see on this team is that we're not the same River Falls volleyball as we were last year, but that team isn't the same as when Emily Bannon is senior. Like, it's going to be different every single year. And I think that what the hardest thing for our team is to get over is that, like, we're going to lose some games. Like, I feel like right now they don't really understand that. And I feel like I kind of, like, what I want to do for them by the end of the season is to, like, make them feel good about our season. And just because, we had, 10 losses, it's okay. Because
you're still playing a very competitive schedule, too.
Right, and because we're going to these big tournaments, and the BRC is the best I've seen in years. There's a lot of teams this year that really just came out of nowhere. And I think that we really just need to understand that it's okay to fail as long as we're trying.
Yep,
and I think that
for sure.
That's something that we just kind of are learning this year, and we are handling it well, though. I feel like everybody who didn't really know what role they were going to take on this year, they really stepped into it well.
Nice.
Hey, but this girl, Sophie Oddie right here, formerly
That's
Sophie
me.
Langlois.
I'm Sophie Oddie.
She just got married. Correct me if I'm wrong, Sophie, but you were on in ninth grade. You were on JV, but you were on the beat.
I was on the freshman team in ninth grade.
Yeah, the freshman team, and kind of battled all the way back, and we're starting on varsity your senior year.
It turned out well by the end.
Yeah. I mean, you from where you started, so it's not where you start, it's where you finish.
Right. Well, and it's the journey that you make out of it too, like what you were saying, actively enjoying it and trying no matter what, regardless of the outcome.
Well, last question, kind of a fun one, Ava. I've seen you on you've been interviewing helping out here with the broadcast for the football games, and interviewing people at halftime. And how's that been for you? You had fun doing it? I mean, what's the best part about that for you?
I really, really love interviewing people at the football game, and I'd like to do it at more games, in the winter and spring and whatever. I just kind of like an ongoing joke I have right now with like my friends and people on the volleyball team is like people kind of see it as a joke that I'm like interviewing. I'm just kind of do it to like fun and like lay around, which I do. I have fun doing it, but I also am very interested in doing broadcasting when I go into college, and I thought this was a really good way to start. But I love doing it. I have so much fun, and I'm kind of down on the sidelines of the football game. My friends will watch on YouTube, and I kind of like go back and watch myself. Like I almost like reflect on the questions I'm asking, which is like really funny.
That's how you get better.
I love this kid.
That's how you
so
get better.
Much.
That's how you get better.
But I love interviewing them, and I have a lot of fun doing it, and yeah, I just hope I can do more sports.
We've had two students that are helping us on the broadcast tonight. It's with Cheyenne Wilson and also Ryan Lickey doing the on-floor close-up camera. But Ava, thank you so much. It takes after a loss and kind of the game you guys had, and to come up here and talk with us.
So eloquently too.
And it's that tells you a lot. So thanks for being the Wildcat featured player of the game. You guys are going to do some good things, and you got a lot of season left. This is. Hey, sometimes you gotta take one step backward to go two steps forward. So that's the way it goes.
I agree.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Good
job.
Thank
you. We're Sophie. Any last words that you have on the ball game tonight?
It's a tough one to lose, but at the same time, after that first set, I'm still impressed with how you guys battled all the way into the fifth set. At the end of the day, you can walk out of this building with your head held high.
Mm-hmm. And a tip of the cap to North, too. I mean, even after, so we come back in set 2 and win in overtime, but they came back in set 3 that we had all the momentum, and they came back and,
you guys did a nice job of taking turns.
Yeah. So, hey, that's all we have tonight from Kitty City here on the campus of River Falls High School. Eau Claire North wins a nail-biter. It was a dandy 3-2. And we will see you they have a tournament this weekend, and then we'll see you next weekend, Menominee, and we'll be on the road. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time here on the River Falls Sports YouTube channel.